Everything I spit rare, we sounding that great. Area podcast, they talk about hip hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again. Every time I'm spitting, I be making people.
So we discussed what makes a great rapper. Should we talk about what makes a great album? Should we do that? For the people?
Yeah, we should. Do it for the people.
Okay. So when I was like thinking about how to structure this episode, I thought it'd be good to do it in kind of categories about, separate different aspects to an album. And the first thing I thought of was sequencing. There's obviously different things you can talk about within that. So the importance of sequencing an album. So I would say one of the key things that I look for in a great album is a proper intro.
But what's the proper intro? What do you class as a proper intro? Because for me, I feel like it varies. Like, I'm not saying a proper intro needs to be, like how Gets's was, or like how Meek Mill does his. A proper intro can just be a nice song that flows into the rest of the album. It doesn't have to be like, oh, bring the energy up, get me gas type thing.
No,
I feel like the intro's got to show what's in store for the album.
100%, yeah. You got to get a little taste of what the album's going to bring from the intro. That's what makes a great intro to me.
Yeah. I think it can vary in terms of the energy or the tone and whatnot, but I just think it's got to set the tone of the album, of what you're talking about within that album. So you could, and I was thinking about this actually as well. In recent times, we've actually been blessed with really good intros, but different types of intros as well. So if you think about, obviously, Gets with, what's it called? Fine Wine into Mozambique, but then you had like 45 Smoke with Slow Tie. Great intro. 95 fantastic. South from Cole. Even last year, if I think about the way Alfredo started, quite cinematic. Run the Jewels with that sort of back-to-back with those first two tracks.
I feel like people know, though. People know that the intro is where it's at. Like, it's obviously nowadays, I feel like most people are going on to an album and they'll just click, oh, I like this artist, so I'm going to listen to this artist's song. But previously, people were like, right, because I'm going to start this from track one, I'm going to rock out, do you know what I mean, all the way through. And if the intro is crap, they might give you 2-3 more songs. But realistically, if the intro is hard, it will carry you further.
Yeah. And what are some of our favourite intros then?
I was literally just listening to one of my favorite intros in the last 5 years. Pretty Girls Like Trap Music by 2 Chainz. The intro on that is hard.
Well, that's a bit different. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to be different, man. I'm trying to not be, you know what I mean? Trying to make the listeners go expand their music taste. Go listen to 2 Chainz.
I mean, one of my favorite intros, I'm not going to lie, it's just classic. It has to still be Shrine, because the feels that gave me, man, I still remember where I was. That intro for me is just, I don't know.
That's
so
vibey,
that's different levels, man. That took me to a different place I didn't even know it existed. So.
Yeah, nah, that's true. One thing about an intro is it can't just be like, oh, straight like trap hard drill beat, unless that's all what the album's gonna be. But like with Shrine, it's a slow build. It comes in with that,
yeah, exactly.
That weird, ooh, I'm hot, that thing.
Yeah,
and that weird swirly
transports you to that world.
Exactly, it just gave me goosebumps, man. And it just was like, oh, what's to come next, man? That intro is just something else, man. Because it's a first impression as well. The intro, it's got to give you a good first impression. If it is a crap intro, you're not, like Sam said, you're only realistically going to last for about 2 or 3 tracks, and if those tracks are not good, you might sack off the album. It has to give you a good impression, because that's what I was carry you through. Yeah.
One of the points I had was like, the album should have like a string of good songs to start it, because I feel like your first impression is still getting built on the album. It's like 3 tracks in. So if the first 3-4 tracks really go in, you'll remember that album and go back to it to play the album. If it's like you have to work to like the album and it's later on all the best tracks come, it's kind of like, do you ever get there, for starters? And also, when you go back to the album, are you just going to listen to your favorite string at the end?
That's the thing. If I'm going for an album first listen and going, oh, I want to put this on that playlist, or this feels like that playlist, then I know I'm not really into the album. I'm just into like certain songs. But with the intro, if the intro starts out strong and the outro is good, then I'm like, oh, you know what? Well, not even if the outro is good. If the intro starts out strong and I'm in for the first 3-4 tracks, I'm like, this is, you know what I mean? I'll listen to this album again.
This is the thing about the outro, though. If the outro is banging, you'll want to just start again from the beginning and like replay the thing. How did you get to that end point? Like this isn't hip hop, but like Phoebe Bridgers' album ends so crazy, the one that she dropped, Punisher, that it's like, what did I just go through to get to that final point there? I need to start right from the top again and go back on that journey.
I get that a lot with Subtract albums, or as you spell it, SBTRKT. His albums go on this weird kind of, they start off in this weird place and they end in this weird place. So you want to kind of go back on that journey again. And it's definitely all about, it's about having lows and highs though, because what the next kind of thing is pacing. I don't really know, like pacing something that's hard to describe, isn't it? Because it's not always about, like, oh, up, down, up, down, up, down. Some albums just go on this straight trajectory where at the end you're just amped up. You're just ready to go smash some shit. And then other albums, it's kind of like you feel like you were brought up or brought down. And other albums just keep you coasting on one level.
Yeah. It can always vary. There's no sort of rule book. I mean, going back to Good Kid, Mad City, if you think about what Kieran was saying about the sort of first few tracks, you get on that first one, you get this kind of quite mellow but vivid story, brings you into the world. The second track is more of the upbeat, almost like pop type record in a way, the catchy hook. And then after that, you get the straight rap banger. Do you know what I mean? That's 3 different tracks there, but they work. Do you get what I mean? They don't have to sound the exact same. They don't have to necessarily, I mean, they do transition well because of the skits and whatnot, but you get 3 different flavors already and you're in it. Do you know what I mean? By Backseat Freestyle, you are in that album straight away.
That's true. That's true. But you're not, you know what it is? It's not like you're shocked by anything else that comes in that album as well. It's more so it's like, oh, I've kind of been on this small mini journey. By the time you get to like Poetic Justice, Good Kid, Mad City, it's like nothing in there is like, oh, this is a bit too energetic or this is a bit too mellow. It's like you've had all those vibes in the first 4 tracks. So it's like anything that comes is like, I'm expecting to hear that type of stuff. Whereas with like Damn was all over the place for me in terms of, like, if you want to talk about pacing. Like it was a very odd thing.
Yeah.
It started out really, really high energy. And then by the end, or by the middle, it became a little bit more chill with Loyalty and stuff like that. But then Humble flew in, but then it went into Love. I was like, this album is a bit all over the place. Then it ended pretty chill.
Going back to like intros and outros, and especially outros, Damn is one of those ones where you can just kind of replay it straight away though.
Isn't there that thing where you meant to play it backwards and forwards?
Front, top. Yeah.
That's the album. Yeah, you can play it backwards.
So that's an easy one to just, when it ends, you're like, oh, I can just do that again. But and I know I'm kind of skipping forward because we're going to talk about the aesthetics and things, but there's at least 2 songs on that album that just look like the cover art. Like the feeling of that song just looks like his face, just looking fucking just. I don't know, like
just
unimpressed, depressed, and
unimpressed. Yeah.
I was, when I first saw the cover for Damn, I was worried about Kendrick. I was like, oh no, what's happened?
That was artistic though. That gave me Blonde vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Just go out in front of a wall.
We got to get to those covers. Definitely got to get to covers. But pacing for me is key though, because if you on the sort of other end of the spectrum, if you have like 3 or 4 tracks which are really mellow or in the same key, sometimes it can make the album a bit of a slug. You've got to kind of have a little bit of. If you think about all the great albums,
minor key songs, right? You need them to come in. It can't all be major all the time. All this like happy pop kind of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So it can all be mellow. Like I was listening to Portishead, their first album earlier on, and that whole thing is very, very mellow. But as you say, kind of goes between major and minor. Or something like a Run the Jewels album. There's not really much downtime in a Run the Jewels album. It's like watching a Mad Max film where it's just fucking full throttle.
That's what I always didn't like about Run the Jewels, man. It's just instantly just like it's on to me, and I'm like, I can't. Do you know what I mean?
It's just high energy all the time, isn't it? Like you struggle almost to keep up, man. I listened to Run the Jewels 4 the other time, and I was like, bloody hell, man. I love the album. Don't get me wrong, but the energy, Jesus, I needed a break.
This is the thing, though. Like LP, his sequencing is always relentless. Like go all the way back to rap music. The first 4 or 5 songs on rap music for Killer Mike's album is crazy. Like it just doesn't stop. It gets to that point where he's got that go and he's rapping like top speed. It's mad. He does that every single album as well.
Yeah.
And I know me and you have spoken about this, Kieran, and it's been documented what they were trying to go for with rap music. But Ice Cube reminds me of that as well, the early albums where he had the Bomb Squad production, and it's just so in your face for pretty much the whole
Like,
album.
fuck off. But MWA had that with Straight Outta Compton too. It was all the way back then.
But that's the thing though. They're giving you that same consistent energy, and sometimes you gotta just respect like the effort it takes to be on that energy for a whole album. Because some people like to be like, oh, you know, take a break here, do this, I'll try something different here. It's like, no, man. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me hit you with some magic.
And that's where transitions are key for me as well. Is so one of my favorite albums of all time is Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On," and that has arguably the best transitions ever. Like the way that tracks flow into one another, tracks that sound quite similar, they always almost come in like couples to me. The songs in that album, but the way the music it's just one long song almost, and it just sounds so perfect. That enhances an album for me as well, is how well you piece those songs together, whether it's with, like I say, the instrumentation, or if it's interludes, or if it's skits. Especially in hip hop.
Yeah, I was gonna say skits can either take me in or out of an album. Like one person that I feel like really did really well with skits was MF Doom. MF Doom's skits like built the picture of the supervillain aspect he was going for quite a lot of the time, gave it a real like a comic book type feel.
This is the thing about skits, though. They take you, and that's why MF Dooms are so good, because they have a background music to it. Skits that are just vocals, like the a cappella stuff, or like in the scene, like Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City, they can take you out of the world of the like listen to music, unless they're done right, like in Good Kid, Mad City, especially.
Kanye did it really well.
It's a film.
Kanye did it really well.
It's the music in the background in that as well. All the beats behind the guy speaking. They just bang every single one.
Kanye's first two albums, all his skits made the albums feel like something was going on. Actually, no, let's say the first three. First three albums, all the skits was like...
Not much is actually happening on those albums, but the skits just...
Make it go somewhere.
World.
Yeah. Everyone knows that
were
whole...
there skits on... Sorry, were there skits on Graduation?
Yeah.
I don't think they were.
Yeah, they were.
I thought there was skits on Graduation. Yeah,
there definitely
I'm
is.
sure there is. There is.
The first song has in the beginning, look, hold on.
Play it, because I don't...
Where is it? Nah, there are skits. I'm telling you there's skits on here.
Yeah, I'm sure there's skits.
On Graduation?
I'm sure there is.
I
thought this was a very concise album. I don't think it had...
I swear there were skits in this album.
I don't think so. Because I think the vibe he was going for with that one is he wanted to make
songs. Every song on this was a hit.
Well, he wanted to make stadium music. He wanted to make like sort of European.
He was a record producer
music.
at that point. Like songs, every single song's for the radio, essentially.
Oh, fuck,
I remember him saying something like, I wanted to make songs where if you played it off of your phone through the phone speaker, it would still sound good. Something like that. And he was getting inspiration from electronic music at that time. That's why I said European.
That's what Bjork done in the early 2000s as well.
I was mixing up Late Registration with
Late Registration is full of skits. I thought Graduation had skits as well, though.
Yeah. We're both baffed there. We're in the same world.
Yeah.
But Kanye does amazing skits for me personally. Even up till recently.
They're funny as well. They're really, really funny.
Yeah, no, they are. They are funny. They really are funny.
Yeah, College Dropout.
Yeah, because they have to be funny. Because let's get one thing straight as well. Like skits where it's like set skits just need to be cut out full stop because no one wants to be hearing that, man.
They need to be removed from those classic albums because it kills the vibe.
Yeah.
It does kill the vibe because I can't even understand how they're like putting that out there. What are they doing? Like just going in the studio and just making weird sex noises. Who wants to do that? Like it bloody annoys me. It's just.
I feel like one of the best, the best skit ever, and this is I don't know if you guys are going to agree. But Chris Rock at the end of Blame Game is iconic.
Yeah. That is so good. You can sit there listening to that so many times.
You got me the one with the bezel. Oh, the Yeezy taught me. Banger. Banger. Sometimes I just play Blame Game. I play Blame Game at the end. Just that whole end of Blame Game.
Thingy, Tony Tone, that ASAP Rocky track, it has such a funny skit like in between the two verses. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but like this lady just goes off on one, like, what the hell are you actually talking about? This is like, this is wrong kind of thing. And he's He just chatting back to it. It's so funny though. 'Cause,
Nah,
Yeah.
His vowel on that song.
Drake's never been a really good skit person up until recently, though. He's recently started chopping in like little like yardy vocals and like people from Toronto talking. It works, but it doesn't feel genuine half the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even have Drake in mind for skits, so I think that says it really. Not to like, disrespect him, but
Drake is a sequencing king though. Like since we're talking about sequencing, like every single album has that sequencing that just flows, and you always feel like, okay, this is well managed, except Care Package and Dark Lane demo tapes. Ignore those two because I feel like
those aren't real
that
things,
was
though.
more
That's just,
exactly
that's just
they're not
throwaways,
the real albums, but like the albums themselves, the sequencing on them is always so well thought. Like, how am I gonna take them on this journey of them like falling in love with me kind of thing every single time?
Definitely.
I get what you mean. The only thing I would say, and it kind of falls into the last aspect of sequencing that I was thinking of, which is the duration of an album, is that with Drake's projects, I maybe exaggerating here, but the only one I can think of where I felt like it was very refined and concise was Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah.
I found the majority of his projects to just be too long and that there was a bit of filler on there. So, and I think maybe duration is a really relevant thing now with the way albums, the way albums are made, whether it be either like you get a half an hour albums these days where songs are like barely 3 minutes long, or you get, 30 tracks in an album in order to get the streaming numbers up.
Yeah.
So how important do you lot think the duration of an album is?
It's important.
I think
it's
now
gonna be
it's
great.
more
It is.
important.
Yeah.
It
It
went
is
through a
important.
phase of being like long albums, and I remember in hip hop it was like if you made that 22 track album with all those hits like Grand Champ and that DMX time, it was like that is a sick album. Look how many songs there are, so many hits to choose from, kind of thing. But like, look how More Life got received. Do you know what I mean? It's not relevant anymore.
But it's so long. The thing is with Drake, all his projects are over an hour, like every single one, apart from like the one with Future, but that doesn't count. All over an hour, but like his median kind of time is like 1 hour and a half, 1 hour 20 minutes. That is a very long time.
That is long. Man.
That's a long
what I
time
mean.
by
It's
anyone's
just
standard.
Because the thing is, you get bored after a while. Well, no, I mean Drake's content has been great, but the thing is, I think if you're going over an hour, I've always said with the tracks as well. Like anything over 12 tracks, you're gonna have to come in hard. Like you're gonna have to do something special. I don't mind the duration being that long. So if you're going over an hour, I don't mind it as such, but the content has to hit you because you're gonna find a lull, and you're gonna want to still be engaged because you're gonna find yourself like just dozing off otherwise. And I found that with some albums, they just go on, and then you just think, why am I still here?
Well, for contrast,
It's really rare to have an album with like 20 tracks or more.
Yeah.
That every single song is like top
Oh,
notch.
yeah.
well, for
10 out of 10.
contrast, J. Cole's album, The Off Season, is just about 40 minutes long, but it feels like a good enough length. I feel like that's the sweet spot, isn't it? 40 minutes,
Yep.
50 minutes. Anything more than that, you kind of go a bit like,
50 is a little bit long already,
yeah.
I feel like 45 is that benchmark where I'm like, is it a long time for me to sit here or not?
It depends if there's a really long track in the album, that could be why it's pushed up to 50 minutes. Because like Frank Ocean's albums are all about an hour long.
Yeah,
I was
like Sing
literally
About
just
Me
about
and
to say.
stuff, yeah.
I was literally just about to say that. I did a quick search on Spotify of like two of some of my favorite albums of all time. One of them was Blonde, and that's about an hour, and it doesn't feel like an hour.
Not at all.
It
Because
doesn't.
the
'cause
music,
it's
the quality is
doesn't
just
'cause
so
it's a
high.
journey. Exactly.
But
There
then I
you go.
think about like, another one of my favorites is Is This It by The Strokes, and that's only 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's perfect because of the type of music that they were making with that album.
Yeah.
But I do think if that was especially double the length, but even if it was another 15, 20 minutes long, maybe it wouldn't be as received as great as it is now.
Indie
It might
artists
have been-
previously used to have to push to go over 10 tracks though. Like it was all about 10 tracks, 11 maybe, and then that's it. You couldn't do more than that. Like if you look at all the kind of stuff that had come around that time, you're not going to get anything with more than 10, 11 tracks.
I guess for me, duration it's really dependent on the quality of the music. I guess. I mean, like I said, you can have an album that sort of stretches an hour, an album that stretches an hour, and there's like a Blonde or mean, how long is To Pimp a Butterfly? That must be close to an hour, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No, but
It's over an hour.
that was a journey, though. I don't care. That
Again,
album was
that-
just,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing. It's a journey. When albums, the quality is good, you don't care how long the duration is. It's just some albums just drag, like, and you're just thinking, why have you made this album that long? Like, I
Skippables
can't-
on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of a good example. I can't think of something off the top of my head, actually.
An album
But,
that's way
that's
too
what-
long and drags is always DJ Khaled's albums, and those aren't even
Oh,
albums.
don't.
They're just-
I don't even
they're
want to
just-
talk about those albums.
Nah,
But they have to be
Leave that
mentioned.
out.
They are so long. They're
Rubbish,
so
man.
long, and I know he knows no one's listening from that top to bottom for sequencing.
They're trash.
That he just knows that, oh, this song's for those people, that song's for these people. I've got
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Drake song and I'm out. That's literally it. He's got a formula. He repeats it. It works every time. But
And that's what I think Drake does too, to be honest. I think
Drake didn't have
that's what
formula.
Drake's been doing since Views, at least,
There's
personally.
no formula there, man. He's just doing
Yeah, like-
madness.
Like, I've got a good example where it was the Game's last album, which shocked me because that's an hour and a half. And I thought, oh my goodness me, because he's got how many tracks on it? Yeah, 25 tracks on that album. I'm thinking, oh man, you're going way too long. But he surprised me. That album actually wasn't that much of a drag, but it just goes to show you that perception. I saw 25 tracks straight away, hour and a half. I'm like, oh, what have you
This
done?
is the
man?
thing
This
about that
gonna
one.
be
It's
like-
sequencing, right? It
Yeah,
takes you
it
on a
is.
journey,
Yes,
and it's like you don't want to stop
exactly.
because it keeps bringing you back up and down.
Precisely.
It's nice,
Yeah.
all the way to the
Yeah.
end.
I think there is room for longer albums, though. There is room for it if it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I think...
Double albums, for example, work as well.
Exactly.
We haven't really spoke about that, but the durations are long on double albums, like All Eyes on Me. But what do we think about that? Like, we never think that's too long because it's essentially 2 albums in one.
I mean, previously, I don't think double albums were a problem because it's like you had 2 discs, so you had the option between switching them out. But with streaming now, you don't really. Yeah, they try to separate it by putting the disc symbol and go, oh, this is this one, this is this too. But realistically, it's now 40 odd tracks, or say, you know what I mean, a mad amount of tracks. 30-song albums doing 100 thou. Oh,
Yeah.
the board.
Yeah.
Where's the quote?
The board is
Yeah.
gone.
Hit that button, Sam.
I
ain't heard
did.
I ain't heard that button in a time.
Where's the
a
bomb?
long time. Where?
The board
What's
is
happening?
the board has died.
Reload.
Oh yeah, no, the board is fucked. I'm
No.
gonna say it again. Your Mizzy 30-song album do 100 thou. Hey,
There we go. There we go.
that's terrible.
Okay, so to kind of summarize then, so sequencing, an album's got to have a great opener. A great album has got to have a strong opener. It's got to bring you into that world. It's also got to close very strong as well, whether that be something dramatic or cinematic, whatever, or something that kind of brings you back to the beginning in a sense and makes you want to replay it. The pacing is key, and that a great album has to be well paced, and it has to transition well between each track. It has to be almost seamless, I guess. And then duration, I mean, out of all those things, for me personally, I don't think it is that important, but obviously there is a limit. If it's going over like an hour and a half, then you're like, okay, this is dragging a bit. Or if it's, under half an hour, then it feels a bit like an EP or something like that, and there's not enough there. So I guess that's a decent summary of sequencing. Should we move on to the aesthetics?
Cover art is important.
Which is something actually cover. So this is the first thing I was going to ask about. Is I feel like cover art is not as important anymore. It is to me, but I don't think it is, especially in the streaming era.
No, nobody
think
cares.
it's as
Nobody
important.
cares anymore. But I remember
I hear what
previously,
you're saying.
No.
previously you used to see it in the shop and that would grab your eye. And I feel like effort went into it. Now it's not like the formula is the same. Now you get a picture of the artist doing something, done. It's not like
But I do appreciate original cover arts. When I see one and I'm like, that is actually great, I'll appreciate that. Like, okay, they've enhanced the experience for me.
Kendrick still is
Yeah.
keeping the medium alive. He takes really like what I say would be culturally relevant album art pictures. Like all his albums are pictures of him or pictures of him and his friends or of the car, that whatever. But recently it's just been a bit J. Cole's
All the
album
main
artwork
players
was
have good ones.
J. Cole's album art was a bit I mean, a burning basketball hoop in the back, him standing in the front. It's just not. It's not like Born Sinner was. It's not like whoa.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Born Sinner's cover art was nice. That was a nice one.
Yeah,
But it's
that
like
was
I
my
think
least favorite album art.
Oh,
from
was it?
Cole.
what
Yeah.
that
What-
little thing like that.
what cover art? No,
With his
I
head
like
back.
that
That's
cover art.
wavy,
Yeah.
man.
I thought the recent albums one was quite striking. I liked
Yeah.
It was
where
striking.
where he was standing with the basketball net on
It had a
fire in
lot
the
of
back.
meaning as well,
Yeah,
but
I
realism
liked
with it.
I feel like Kanye West is
Yeah.
slowly giving up on album artwork. He had a really strong start, and then by the time he got to let's say Jesus after that, he gave up.
It was from
Yeah.
Yeezus onwards. To be
Oh,
honest,
yeah.
even Dark
It's
Fantasy, like that's when it just got really weird. Like, what's
It's
No,
abstract.
no,
an
the first
arc,
one was
yeah.
mad though, because it wasn't censored like that. It was like proper, like this person with their titties out, and then there was the one with the swords in his head. Those were pretty mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I tell you what, though, the life of Pablo, kind of going back to what I said about Kendrick and Damn, how there were certain songs in that album that sounded like how he looked on the front.
Yeah,
I feel like the way the Pablo artwork was done reflected his mind state and the kind of scattiness of that album.
Do you know
It was a
what's
little
weird?
bit all over the place.
what
for me.
is that on
It
the
still
front?
is today.
Is that Kim K? And who are those other people? Who's that family?
I don't know, man.
That
It's
that
just-
family, yeah, I know.
It's the
odd.
craziest
I don't-
artwork.
I was like, is
why.
that Kim K? It must be. I'd hope so. But the family, I was like, it's like, I don't think that I was even caring about the artwork then. I was more so caring
when
about
you
the fact.
listen to his.
Go on.
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say
No,
he
go ahead,
changed
go
it. He changed the album so many times. I cared more about hearing it before he kept changing it in them times than what the artwork even fucking looked like.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying, like, with it, when you listen to the rants he was going on, you know, the streams of consciousness and all that, what he was doing, whatever he called them on his tour, and then you look at that album artwork, you're like, yeah, it was actually perfect for whatever he was going through at that time.
Yeah, he was going through a lot, but he's come out the other side now, ish. I think it was his birthday the other day as well. Shout out to him.
So you
Still
don't
West.
think though that like I feel like an artist if they drop like a crap artwork, like I've listened to Lana Del Rey's music quite a lot recently, but then her new 2 singles have the worst artwork I've ever seen. Like just pre the profile, they're just it looks like an
Literally.
11-year-old made it.
I'm about to say,
Like,
literally, I
it's
listened to it the other day.
trash.
I listened to it. What is this?
And it's like it's made me lose like respect for her a little bit. I'm
Oh,
just like,
God.
who in your
mean-
team green lighted this?
I mean, you're not lying, man. A cover art, it's just,
Oh.
yeah, it makes a lot. It's like
If
I
it's
like Benny's cover
unprofessional-
arts. Yeah,
Allow it.
yeah. I like Benny's cover art because I like how he's that obviously the Scarface.
He's built an
sort of theme
aesthetic
and
though,
crossing
hasn't he?
out, crossing out
Yeah.
the eyes. I love it.
It's
theme
the way you
there,
sell
yeah.
your brand.
different,
Like if you don't put your brand on there, what are you doing?
Danny Brown does really well as well with album artwork. The album artwork for 30, amazing.
Again, striking.
That's the thing.
But I guess for me personally, I'm a big fan of cover art, and it can enhance it for me. Like when I saw, not when I saw. So I think back to like the times where people would buy records, or they go to record shops, they look through and they kind of buy albums based on what the cover art looked like.
Yeah.
And we had a kind of period in our lives where you could go buy CDs. You went into HMV or Virgin, and do you remember the things you get on the wall with a CD player, and you pop the CD in,
Yeah.
and you put the headphones on, and you listen for a bit, do that. But then, you know, LimeWire and iTunes and streaming and all that. But I recently, a couple of years ago, got to do that again for like probably the last time ever when JME dropped his album.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't on streaming for a while. It was just
You have to
physical.
go buy it, yeah.
And I had to I got on a bus, I went up into the town, picked up the CD, and I was looking at the artwork the whole way home. I'm looking at the CD, I'm reading the booklet.
And you're like,
And
what
it
the hell does this
definitely-
sound like?
Yeah, exactly. But it created more of an anticipation. So when I played it for the first time, I was really in the zone, because I was like for half an hour, 45 minutes reading this booklet, looking at the cover art. And there's not that much to it, but again, it's just like him in black and white, I think.
Yeah,
His face, nothing really going on, but a really sort of striking image again. And I missed that, because it's very easy with our phones like nowadays. You just pop the album on, and then you, I don't know.
This links to
Go
one
over
of
to
the other
WhatsApp.
points in aesthetics. So what was that?
No, I was just saying, like, it's very easy to you click on the album you want to play, and then you just move on. You know what I mean? You just go to the next app on your phone.
Yeah, just I feel like selling the visual works with like when you see a music video before an album drop as well. So like when J. Cole released, wait, no, he didn't do pre-releases.
No, he
I'm
didn't.
trying to think of what was a recent like Lil Sims ones, for example, when she released Introvert and Women, or is it called Women, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Women, yeah.
Yeah, that that was mad. Like I feel like I'm in for a great experience after seeing those two.
Yeah, it does.
No,
It
you're
does
right.
build an aesthetic, and I feel like, oh shit, that's what this section's called, aesthetics. That's the whole thing. If you release a video, whatever you show first of the album is gonna be giving off certain impressions. So, is it one of those things where you decide to start being more like how your album is now? So, for example, Little Sims, with that performance she did, that live performance she did the other day, she's in the whole 70s, 80s get up. Do you know what I mean? She's giving off those vibes, and it's really, really kind of like, it's building up an expectation in our head of, okay, maybe this won't sound 70s, but it's gonna feel somehow like that era.
Yep. Yeah, this
A
guy.
good example. Yeah, sorry, I was going to say
go
a good
ahead, go ahead.
example of that. Good example of that is The Weeknd with After Hours. He sold he sold what it was going to be like. That visual of him with like that sort of like horror sort of face and evil sort of face and blood like dripping on the side of the face. With every single performance that he did, he sold that image, and that's what you got before going into the album, and you got that sense from the album. So I think he sold it perfectly. I do like his cover art for that album and how the videos went and how his performances went and how he stayed in character to relate to the cover art, and the whole sort of theme of the album worked perfectly. Like his whole rollout for that album was phenomenal, really.
That's
why
like
he's done
Childish
so well.
Gambino, though. Childish Gambino's done it
Yeah.
twice.
Ooh.
He did it
yeah.
for because of the internet. He had that kind of weird, like rich boy, whatever character. But for the Awaken My Love thing, that whole shirtless, you know what I mean, oiled up 70s man vibe, I was feeling that one. I ain't gonna lie.
And it went beyond the album as well, because I don't know if you noticed, in Atlanta, there's the episode where they go to some couple's house, and the husband is a white guy, but he's like obsessed with African culture, but to the point where it's just cringe.
Yeah.
And in the background is the cover art for Awaken My Love.
Oh,
And
okay.
I can't remember whether it came out before or after, but it's like little Easter eggs like that. He's so meticulous with his aesthetics, I guess, and his whole marketing with things.
He's created a
love
world that he lives in, basically, where
Yeah,
he's this thing, this character.
Igor did it, not Igor. Tyler the Creator did it as well with Igor. Like it's becoming more common now that people are comfortable playing these characters or dressing themselves up for the album and getting in that mode. But sometimes it comes off a bit shit.
Also, linking to videos is like video albums as well. It's quite an interesting, I'm not saying it's an essential thing, but I feel like it can totally enhance the experience to create something new. Like Beyonce's
like
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
If anyone's seen that, it's crazy. What it does is it elevates the album so much that when you listen to it, you see exactly what she went through to make all of those songs and stuff. Like,
But a lot
just
of artists
telling
have
a
done
story.
that. A lot of artists have done that previously. Like Prince did it, Michael Jackson did it. It was always like you had an album, but then you also did like a small, well, not a small movie, like a full movie where the songs would be cut in there. Do you know what I mean? Or there'll be little transition scenes. Like even up until some of Michael Jackson's most, I say recent releases, but his last few releases, the music videos were a film. Like there was full scenes and
That's
dance
true.
breaks.
Like, I think Martin Scorsese directed Smooth Criminal or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, like
Ooh.
he's definitely directed something for Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
it was a really crazy video.
It's like Michael Jackson always adopted a character. It wasn't always an obvious character, but it's always like, he's not like that every day, But I feel like now previously people weren't comfortable playing a character, but now they are kind of like, oh no, it's nice to have like a little concept and a theme. And I guess they think as well in their head, like, oh, the merch, the this, the whatever.
Yeah, definitely. And what about album titles? How important do you lot think those are?
I mean, it depends.
It's all your initial thoughts. Like, what are your
Yeah,
preconceptions when you first experience this album? Not musically, it's going to create an image in your head of what the music could be, right? So if you hear a title that grabs you, what were you going to say, Theo?
Yeah.
No, it's interesting, isn't it? I don't know, because I think a good title could grab you straight away. But your point was very valid. I'm kind of sitting on the fence, really. There is, I mean, some of the great albums that I think of will catch you straight away. Like, for example, going back to Kendrick, To Pimp a Butterfly. I was gravitated because I was thinking, To Pimp a Butterfly, never heard that before. What's he going to talk about? What's he going to do? But then you got other albums like, I don't know, even though Game's Born to Rap, I like the album, but it's a boring title. At first I was like, oh, this is your last album, and you're just going to name it Born to Rap.
Yeah.
What kind of a title was that? And it's just, I don't know. But then the album was actually enjoyed it. So I don't know, really.
Mac Miller had some really interesting album titles. All his album titles made you go, what? What's Blue Slide Park? What do you mean watching movies with the sound off? Like, it's just, I don't know. For me, titles have never really been that much of a big deal because it's more about the artist and whatever. But sometimes an album title can be like, make you question, like what Theo said, like what are you going to speak about? That title doesn't make any sense to me.
I was just going to say another thing that I think can maybe not so much enhance an album, but enhance a title is when it's stylized in a certain way. And I know we're talking about Kendrick a lot, but if you think about the major debut, Good Kid, Mad City, a lot of people are wondering why does he put the dots in between Mad and why the A's are different? Why are they a different case, and what does Mad stand for? And then, like Theo said, to pimp a butterfly, I'd never seen the words pimp and butterfly in the same sentence before, so I was like, what does this mean? And then damn, just bold capitals, you're like, oh shit, okay, it immediately draws you in like that. He's got it on lock when it comes to album.
This is the thing about album titles, like you can actually use them as a tool. Like Drake's album titles, they started so well, like Thank Me Later.
Yeah.
Then
later.
Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it feels like he's having a conversation with you when you just read the titles.
Yeah.
You're
Definitely.
right. And So Far Gone even before that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is with an album title, you're trying to make a statement in a very short amount of, because you don't want it to be too long. You don't want it to be like The Mysterious Adventures of Zoe. It's got to be like 4 words. You know what I mean? 4 words max, 5 at a push, or 3. 3 is the sweet spot, and that's if you take out connective words or starting words like the or if. But sometimes a good 1-word title, chef's kiss.
If it's hard to remember, you're not going to remember the album that well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it will also lead you to go like, oh, so and so's new album, this, and you won't really go like, be able to search it or tell people about it properly with the same energy.
Yeah. And what about song titles?
J. Cole really has messed it up recently with what he did.
Well,
And Travis did
that
it
brings. There's one thing with that with song titles, because obviously in a lot of song titles you do get the features, so you know what's coming if you look at the track list before. But something that's been done a few times now in recent years, Vince Staples did it with his album Big Fish Theory, is having hidden features. That definitely enhances an album for me. I know I'm kind of steering off of a song title, but that can. I remember when I first heard Yeah Right and Kendrick came in, I'd lost my mind. I couldn't believe it.
It's because you don't know.
I had no idea. Yeah.
But that element
No
of surprise is amazing. That's why, to be honest with you, I don't know why more artists don't do that, because it's amazing. That feeling that you get when a feature comes in, you're not expecting it, and it's one of your favorite artists that comes in, or they just lay out an unbelievable verse. It gives you that feeling. It's just incredible.
Or like on Eagle, where like the features blend into the album so much you don't know when it's Tyler or the feature.
Yeah.
And like there's a few other artists like that, but Eagle was the recent one where that happened. I literally don't even know who's featured on the album, to be honest. I get surprised when I see like, oh, Solange is on this track and stuff like that.
You have to kind
Eagle's
of remember as
incredible.
well what song it was, because it's like you hear it and you hear someone singing and then you don't even know what track you're on, all that kind of stuff. But back to song titles, Travis did a double whammy of this on Astroworld. Everything's in all caps and none of the features are listed, which is very odd because he's got, a Drake feature, obviously. And, it's not what's done. Like, it's not the first album I saw in all caps, obviously, but it was very kind of, okay, this is all in all caps. I remember looking at it and going, okay, there's no features. And then I'm thinking, wait, no, Sicko Mode has a feature. And all the features just come up naturally.
Yeah. He really created a world with that album as well, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he's
Really
he's a very big concept man. Well, I say very big
He's an
concept.
album artist. Every
Yeah.
single album he's done is so well crafted.
Yeah, that's definitely a journey, Astro World. I can't believe it. I was late to the party, man. Flip it now. I went on that roller coaster and I didn't want to come down.
He's always been doing it though. Even with Birds in the Trap
Yeah.
Sing, everything is lowercase. Like everything was lowercase, now it's uppercase. I'm sure in his next album he's probably going to do one of the two again, or something. Maybe now J. Cole's bought the space
Spaces
thing.
like J. Cole, just
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make it more impossible to search the thing. But what can we say?
And do you know who else have great song titles? It's Run the Jewels. Or I Run the Jewels, sorry. Things like Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck, or A Christmas Fucking Miracle. Just things like that really jarring titles. You're like, what on earth are they going to talk about in this song?
It's so hard to remember Run the Jewels titles. I
Do you know what as well, though?
can't even think of that many.
Holy Calamafuck. Things like that.
You
It's just
don't
like
have to
mad
say
titles.
you don't have to say the title of the song in the song for me for the song to be good. You know, like
That's an interesting point. Yeah.
because
Yeah,
sometimes
that
I
is
feel
very
like people
true.
just go, "Oh, this is the catchy bit of the hook." That's the title of the song. It's like, not for me.
Do you know what we haven't spoken about in the context of an album, how a song title works? Because I feel like some albums can sometimes like tell a story through the titles of the songs. Like Jaden's album, for example, it starts with like BLUE, and then he made Eris, which had PINK, and like that was just the song titles, but it was like a 4-song suite. So you can do interesting stuff like that where titles link, and even like Sing About Me, Dinah First, like you can just see why those songs were linked, even though they're different songs completely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely, yeah.
Like speaking on linking stuff, musical cohesion, variety of sounds, and all that kind of stuff. How does that play a part for you? Because for me, it can go so well, and it can go very, very wrong when people try to do too many different things. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, definitely makes sense to me, because if there's too many sounds, it can go left for me. Yeah, it can lose my mind. I don't mind the variety of like sounds, because I think that's important. You can't have the same sound during. Now I'm saying that. I mean, well, for me personally, I don't think you can have like just the same sound. I might get a bit dull and boring unless it's done really, really well. But that being said, if you've got too much going on, it can just go left and just throw you out, and it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work like sonically or musically.
Future, Young Thug, all the kind of Atlanta drilly rappers, all their albums, for the most part, tend to have the same kind of feel and vibe. It's not like, they're all the same song, but it's like, you're going to get your triplet hi-hats, you're going to get a little bit of 808, whatever. But it works.
Well, the journey is just all over the place in those albums. Like
Exactly.
you don't feel like the sequencing is taking you on this like experience the artist wants to give you. It's just a
Right.
bit.
Almost like a compilation, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But then kind of like to kind of contrast that, there are ways to make an album like that with progression. For example, Edna by Heady One. Great kind of transition into different vibes, different mind states. The poppy
DS2 as well.
Yeah, the pop tracks, they sit well in the mix of things, and they don't feel like jarring. And then once again, an example of that done terribly is Mr. Chip.
Yeah, Snakes and Ladders. I thought you were going to mention that.
That was... that's rock bottom.
See, I would say that when it comes to the sonics and that, I think a great album is when the artist meshes cohesion, a variety of sounds and makes it sound cohesive. So an example of that for me is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. If you listen to a song like Power and the amount of different sounds and influences that are in just that one song alone, and then he gets to a song like Devil in a New Dress just a few tracks later, but there's no part in that album where you're like, how did we get hit? Like it just all makes sense. Do you know what I mean? And then also an album like, well, you've got Hoodies All Summer by Kano. There's that sort of grime undertone, but there are influences from, Caribbean music, African music, Lauryn Hill, especially with this sort of mix of soul, R&B with hip hop and reggae. You can hear the influences in there, but from start to finish, the album just doesn't, or these albums that I've mentioned they're not jarring. There's no hiccup. It just flows.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I think having consistent mixers and producers will produce that like sound that is cohesive and works well.
Yeah. Some
Some albums are just like weirdly all over the place where you randomly get to like track 6 and it's like, whoa, this song sounds completely different to the whole album.
Yeah, but that's like, I was gonna say this because that was my kind of point I had written down here. Is Watch the Throne is an example of a whole bunch of different producers working together, and it takes you all over the place, but it feels good. But then 444 is an example of one producer, one rapper, and it doesn't go all over the place, but it feels great from start to finish.
Yeah.
Both albums feel great, but they're two different ends of the spectrum with one rapper in common, obviously.
what do you credit that to with Watch the Throne though, or what's your sort of take on it? Do you think that's
Mike
just
Dean.
Jay and
Mixing
Kanye
and stuff.
having a great ear and picking the right beats, or
No, Mike Dean, man.
no?
Mike Dean
Mike Dean.
and Kanye West kind of constructing this weird thing that is Watch the Throne together.
Do you mean like the exec skills? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Putting the
because-
finer touches on. Yeah.
What
okay.
the album?
It's all of that mixing. All the songs have that same like vocal level throughout.
Yeah.
They're all like clean, and every beat fits the same kind of space and pockets and switches up as well.
Watch the Throne is in an album where I play it from top to bottom because it feels nice. I play it from top to bottom because it's just good. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, even though they did try to sequence it and you know bring the energy up and then get a bit more conscious towards the end, it's just the fact that it sounds good and feels good. It's not always about, oh, do this, then do that. And because we've done this and that, it's going to flow nicely into this, that, and the third. Oh, that beat fits with this beat. Sometimes it's just about, like what Kieran said, vocal level being consistent and it just being smooth.
Similar example, 2001 as well. It's not really trying to do a sequencing that wows you. It's just every single song sounds like the one.
Yeah. Whereas with the thing is with Kendrick, he's never done an album where he's worked with just one producer. He's always worked with loads of producers and whatever. But I think the thing that glues his albums together, and I don't know how much Mixed by Ali does editing wise to go, oh, this song should end this way or that or whatever. But he does a really good job of just making the albums sonically feel consistently like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Damn was a very loud album. It was very loud. There was a lot of shouting.
Yeah, big time.
But it didn't feel like I had to be like changing the volume up and down, changing the volume up and down. It was just a loud album. It was just a very kind of punchy album.
Kid Capri,
think
wasn't
in
it, on the skits? Yeah.
No
I was
Kung
just
Fu
thinking
Kenny.
about one of the points we wrote down was like Sonics. So with like the genres, like I was listening to MIA Carla today, and I was like, I've never heard these combination of sounds, and then like it sequences into the next song. It's like a whole nother. It's kind of like Dark Fantasy too. You're just hearing innovation that you've not heard before. I think that really makes something great. Like Prime, I think is held back by sounding like the old eras. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
So it's
To
one of
make
those
a great
things.
album now, yeah.
I would say the constant is the artist. Sometimes, you know, the art. And Sean was touching this earlier. Do you think it's like them picking blah 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 and all that kind of stuff? Sometimes it is that, because that is something that can bolster up an artist. Like, even though you guys don't like this album, I like it a lot. The Love Below, Andre 3000 made that album so perfectly stitched together because he's the constant thread. I don't know who produced, you know, half that album, but it feels consistent.
Yeah. I'm glad you've made a point of that, because I'm now thinking of someone who to me has always seems to have a really good ear for beats, and that's Rick Ross. But I don't know whether he's ever.
Oh,
I don't know whether
definitely,
he's ever made a. I think he's got at least a classic in him. I feel like Teflon Don is a classic album.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's ever. No, I do know. He's never made a To Pimp a Butterfly. He's never made.
Nah. But what's wrong
Yeah,
with
but he's not going.
Stankonia.
Yeah, he's not going to though.
So
Is
is
he?
that the difference? Then is that having that exec or that engineer or that, you know, that specific person to get the mix right? Is that the difference? Then,
Maybe
do you
even
think?
just that team though. The team.
Do you know what it is with
that
Rick Ross?
builds it.
He knows where he shines best and he sticks there. He did jump around a bit to what's it called? To doing like drum and bass and that when he did that song with Skrillex. But even that felt comfortable because all he did was just shout a bit more in there. But on the whole, Rick Ross just picks what works for him, and do you know what I mean? It's a tried and tested formula. Get a little sample loop in, little laid back drum beat, and Rick Ross is there. But he still does the upbeat stuff every now and again. But to do experimental stuff, I think you're right. You need that 40. You need that Mixed by Ali. You need, you know, Rick Rubens, Mike Deans. You need those people because they're not involved so much so in the whole like nitty gritty creative side. They are, but they're not. But when they come in, it's like, okay, move this here, do this there, and that is where you can get that. Not next level, but that interesting level of stuff done.
Yeah, and someone over here that's done that is it Fraser T. Smith, who worked with Kano and
Oh
Dave?
God, I think he always ruins albums, man.
Oh, do you think?
He ruins them. He ruins some stuff.
Oh, really?
For me, okay, let's put it this way. Songs that should sound gritty and hard, he makes them sound clean and smooth. Like album, yeah. Oh God.
Oh wow, you said it. You said it.
I said it. Yeah, nah.
There was no sound, Sam.
Yeah, the
the
soundboard
board
You
is
got to put a
fucked.
pound in the
The
jar.
board is fucked.
Oh fuck, man.
Everything's fucked about the board today. I don't know what's going on, but yeah,
That was a good moment.
yeah, I know. I don't know why the board's moving like this. Yeah, he makes 808 sound too smooth. He makes things that shouldn't sound gritty sound like offensive. It's really jarring. Really, really jarring.
Fair
Oh,
enough,
there we
fair
go.
enough.
Yeah, I know the board is fucked.
Hey, we got
man.
a bump. Okay, well, shall we move on to
Moving on.
content then? The content of an album, the lyrics, the subject matter, and things like that. Do we? Okay. Does it matter whether an artist is talking about themselves, being introspective, or do they need to be speaking to more people? Does it need to have a consciousness? Does it need to, be addressing kind of what's going on in the times, whether politically or, the sort of socio-economic situation that's going on? Do you need that?
See, I don't think
correct-
you need that. I don't think you need that personally. Some artists might not be able to even touch apart on that. I know some people want to hear that, but there's a reason why you don't. All the rappers are not all conscious. Some of them can't do it like that, so they'll do their own. They'll do their own thing. So some artists personally will stay away from that, and there's nothing wrong. You don't need to do it. Some artists want to talk about it, and it is great, and it is important for people that want to hear it because it makes a difference. But I don't necessarily think you need to do it personally. Because you could make a non-conscious album and still give good vibes and still make people feel better and still give someone a reason not to think about a certain subject to make them feel better, but you don't need to be conscious about it.
It can be exhausting to do it like for 13 or plus tracks. Like that's why people don't like J. Cole's albums, because it's conscious throughout in different ways.
Yeah, you're right, because that was the argument with KOD. That's what people find. That's why KOD was a bit like that. They got fed up of him talking about conscious subjects throughout the whole album. People got bored of it. That's why he gets labelled boring, which obviously we don't find it boring, but that's why he got labelled boring. So, which
Then on the
annoys
other
me,
hand-
but anyway.
On the other hand, you get like Public Enemy with their early albums, which is just relentless commentary on, the situation for Black people in America, and a very almost like a militant approach in a sense. The whole
You can't
album.
ignore it when it's like that, though.
Yeah.
Again, I'm kind of cheating here. I think a blend is nice. I think I know it's not an album that's stood the test of time with you all, but if you think about Dizzy's Boy in the Corner, how he was talking about himself and his environment and his situation, but he was actually kind of commenting on what was really going on at that time, and it was incredibly relatable for a lot of people. So it was kind of like that blend of the two. I don't know how I don't actually think he was that conscious in doing that. I think he was just a young kid talking about himself, making the music that he knew how to make. But it just had this, especially when you listen back now, you think about what London was like, what the country was like at that time, and it's a good reflection. But then I guess like an album like Blonde by Frank Ocean, which is really autobiographical, but like in quite a coded and cryptic way. He's not really telling explicit stories. It's almost just like random thoughts in his head. And I don't really think there's any sort of, unless I'm wrong, any sort of social commentary on that album at all, and it's flawless.
This links to if it's easily digestible or complex, though, right?
Yeah,
I feel like
definitely.
Dizzy's is very easy to understand. It's so straightforward.
Yeah.
And Blonde, it's like there's that mystique to it because it's complex. You're not just listening to the surface of something, and I think that's why the dissect on it's great because it really like takes you into his mind. That's why I like Lemonade's movie too, because I know that album's complex when you listen to it, but when you watch the movie, you understand what's happening in it.
The thing is,
I
though,
definitely agree.
sometimes with a complex album, as much as it can be the lyrical content's deep or the samples are speaking to the this and the that, it still has to sound good, or else everyone would be out here listening to battle rappers who go, put that man in like no one wants to hear that. To be honest, like no one wants to hear an album that's difficult to enjoy. And with Lemonade, as much as it's a deep album and she's talking about her relationship issue and all that kind of stuff, it sounds good and it works. It's got bangers on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But then I quite like my favorite albums are quite different in that sense. On one hand, I like albums that just you get them straight away, they hit. And I guess when I was younger, that's the kind of album I preferred because you're younger, you don't understand things as much. It's the more in your face, easily digestible things that you're attracted to. But then, like again, I'm going back to it. Blonde. That album has consistently got better for me because of how complex it is. Because I'm always finding new things when I'm listening to it. I'm understanding songs in a different way. I'm interpreting songs in a different way. I'm just listening to
Nights. I'm not even gonna lie. That's all I fucking listen to on that album.
that eternal classic.
That change on it is a madness.
I love all the videos you get on YouTube as well, where they're saying like when the drop happens, and then you've got like I don't know. Do you remember the cartoon Arthur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts the headphones on and goes into a different one.
Yeah, just drifts off into like the
kind of day.
Yeah, that one.
There's another one where someone's floating off into the sky. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
People say when not Kid Cudi. Oh, what's his name? Playboy Carti's verse comes on in Earthquake. That happens to them. They start just drifting away.
Yeah. But there was I think there's a video on YouTube about, and they've tried to like scientifically distinguish why that switch up gives you goosebumps, or that specific one,
because it builds tension. It builds this weird tension.
It's that sound effect that comes, right? And it just like pierces your ear a little bit.
It's so tense. Well, actually, no, to start off, right, it starts off really, really nice. And then it gets nicer. And the first time I heard it, I wish I had some kind of camera on me, because I was like, do you know what I mean? My eyes just widened. Because, when you're sitting through an album, you're expecting if something different starts to happen, you don't start going like, oh, what the fuck is this? Turn this off. But if someone hears that just out of, like, if I'm in a car and Nights is playing, people are like, oh, this is a nice song. Then people are like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, trust me. It's gonna get there. And every time people are like, oh, do you know what I mean? This is a beautiful second section. I'm like, see? But I don't know.
It's undeniable.
I feel like it's kind of it's talking to the lyrical content of the song. That's how relationships feel sometimes. And I guess that was like the build up, arguments, and then like peace.
I love the juxtaposition though, because after the juxtaposition of that is there's that really jarring sound, and then obviously it's just incredible. The switch up is just so perfect. But then the first line after that is every night fucks every day up.
Yeah.
But it's like the complete opposite has happened with the music. It's like you've had this really nice first half and then it's got even better. I've always found that interesting. I'm getting a bit geeky now, so we can move on.
That album, that album is just amazing. But in particular, that song should last forever. Like I will keep it on my day-to-day playlist forever because I just enjoy hearing it.
Oh, stand the test of time, and songs are iconic. Definitely.
And then how do we feel about concept albums?
I need some examples because I don't think I like concept albums too much.
Igor's a concept album.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that album, but I think sometimes concept albums come off a bit weird to me, and that's why I don't really vibe with them.
808s and Heartbreaks is a concept album. Yeezus is as well.
808s is different.
Are, to be honest.
808s is different to me because it's like when I was younger, I didn't have no concept of like it's the higher levels of thought on the album.
In hindsight, it doesn't feel like a concept album, but imagine in that moment when you're hearing the concept of, okay, let's sing a whole album in autotune. I'm a rapper in like the rap industry. That's the concept, and it's revolutionary at that time.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is true, and it birthed a whole generation of people.
I was going to say that I feel like my favorite concept albums usually are somewhat sort of semi-autobiographical. So like an Igor, to me, I would imagine there's some truth in that. There's some personal experience and whatnot, but he's just created this character in order to tell his story or, share his experiences. What was the other one I was thinking of? Shit. It's going to come to me. It'll come back. It's gone. Should we edit
the fuck out of that?
Is that the one? Yeah, you got to keep that in.
That is a really good one.
Yeah, that's a good soundbite. I'm happy with that. But I still haven't remembered what.
That's a good one.
I was so glad the board worked out. I was thinking, if you don't work, I'm gonna fucking flip you on the ground. But yeah, this
That's really
Edit
funny.
the fuck out of that.
that's a good
But I
one.
forgot, man. But you get what I'm saying? It's like if a concept album is forced, if you're like really, really trying to tell a story or create a character that just isn't you, you can usually tell.
Mm.
But if you sort of dabble within your own experiences and you know, it is somewhat autobiographical.
That's
it
the
works
mad
a
thing
lot better
about
in my
Igor,
opinion.
though. It's like, how is it actually based on reality? Because when you see the character, it's so
The character
it's
is so
wild
ridiculous.
compared to Tyler.
The blonde
It's
wig
mad,
thing,
isn't
the
The
blonde wig
character's
thing is
mad.
weird, but the album is amazing.
I believe it.
What video is it where he's like beating up the thin air? Like, what,
Oh,
do you remember
man.
what?
Oh,
video is it?
that's at the end of Earthquake.
That's so funny, man.
No,
So funny.
it's-
The album's amazing, but that character, I just scratch my head every single time, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm
love
blown
Tyler,
away.
man.
I am blown away by the album. I really am. I didn't know what to expect going in, and I was like, "This is phenomenal."
I'm
But
sad
the
I didn't get to see
character,
that live.
I'm just like, what?
Did you see the Grammys
anyway.
performance, Sam?
Yeah, I
It's-
saw that.
it's
I wanted to see it
crazy.
like he did it in London, and I tweeted it before
Oh.
before he even announced the tour. I said the only way that I would see a new Tyler tour is if he performs this album top to bottom, and that's exactly what he did. And I was like, should have got tickets.
Do you know why that works though? Is because in some ways it is, you know, like you're saying, the character doesn't really make sense. Like at least the sort of the look of the character and the you know the actual production and the makeup of each song is pretty complex. But the general story, the arc, is very relatable to a lot of people. It's, you know, person falls in love with another person, relationship goes bad, break up. Can we still be friends? Do you know,
That's
like,
that's
loads
in
of people
so
have been
many
through that.
albums. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but the way he did it, the character that he created, the story that he told, the sort of musical landscape that he built, is what makes it so special. It's just all merged together.
This is very
Yeah.
true. This is very, very true. It's one of those things though where sometimes it can be really subtle and sometimes it can be really obvious. And with Igor, obviously, it's really obvious that he's doing that thing. But with Childish Gambino, it's because of the internet. It's not really obvious that he's playing a character until you watch that film that I really can't for the life of me remember the name
What
of.
is it? 3005. The film.
No,
No,
Sean
no.
knows the thing
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. There's a film where there's a girl in the garden and she's picking lemons and then they go inside.
Oh,
That's got, his concept's
okay.
subtle on
yeah.
because the internet though. I
It's
feel like
really
some
subtle.
concept albums you can't
wouldn't
really, you can't tell it's a concept album unless you really start reading the lyrics or something.
Well, till then, I didn't have any kind of concept of who he was. Do you know what I mean? Like, I literally saw the album artwork. I was like, that's a very bright color. I'll buy it, I guess. And from there, I was like, this is a great album. Like, it goes through a lot of places and whatever, but it's like, it's meant to be some kind of story, but the concept of that was subtle and it went so over my head that I thought it was just a good collection of songs by Childish Gambino.
Yeah, there's a short film, there's a screenplay, I think, that went with it.
It's a whole bunch of shit. But I
Really?
think that's what happens.
Swear.
When someone, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone as creative as him is always going to want to make too much out of one piece of content, which is good and bad.
He does
He really
everything,
carried
though.
that on though.
This is what I
He
mean.
really carried that.
It went a bit
Yeah.
too far. Way too far.
Again, I know it's called clapping for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
What does that mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I like it when people give me something that I can think about and figure out, but sometimes it's like you're too far, my guy. Like I'm not with you on this, you know?
It's like Lupe's the cool concept. I'm just like, this
Oh,
is so
God.
sick,
Don't
but
bring that guy into this.
I'm not following it ever.
Oh, really?
It's too deep.
I remember I went on a rabbit hole on the internet reading about that because he's apparently written or he's written some of a like a graphic novel about
I
that.
think he's writing a
And what-
TV show.
Please,
for it,
no
isn't
one
he?
Maybe,
ever.
yeah.
Anybody who's listening, think about funding Lupe for that. Don't do it, okay? Let
Oh,
let
no,
Lupe
no,
fall
no.
off.
Oh
on his
man.
own.
Support these guys.
Oh jeez.
He is
man.
he's apparently also doing an album inspired by Amy Winehouse.
Why?
Don't know
She's
if you've heard
dead.
that.
Leave her alone.
That's
Like her music's
weird.
better than yours.
Yeah,
Miles
that's-
better than yours.
Damn.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, there's on
I mean,
my
it's not,
life.
it's not that much better.
There's
I don't-
no
I don't-
way
it's not-
that Lupe Fiasco can make an album that's better than anything Amy Winehouse has. There's no way.
No, but he's just inspired by her, isn't he? So he's
Been inspired by
paying
these
homage.
bills
What's
and
the hate
got and paid
about?
us. It's
Oh,
just terrible.
jeez, man.
yeah. What's going on? Sam?
I don't think our Lupe discog is ever coming out now because I don't want that to ever see the light of day. I'm gonna go delete the files now.
Nah, he's trolling.
Nah,
He's
no,
trolling.
I just don't like
Definitely.
Lupe anymore. I just
What's this about?
that,
Good and liquor.
what's
Wave 5.
what's Lupe done?
Drogas
Drogas
Wave
Wave
like,
is hard.
Yeah,
don't know, man. It's just the concept.
That
of
is a
Voodoo.
great album. That's an unreal double album, honestly.
Oh no.
That's like a triple album, isn't it?
I don't even
Like
know what
three
it
acts
is,
or something.
honestly.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. Wave files is it's different. Different level.
Drogas Wave Light.
Muriel Jr. is dope.
What is that?
That's
love
one
that
thing.
song.
One thing he does on that is like something Kate Bush does actually on the Dreaming and Hounds of Love. She has this suite of songs at the end of it, kind of like what I was saying with Jaden's one at the top of his albums as well. It's like you create this sequence of songs. We haven't really spoken about it, like a sequence of songs that you know, like this is the sequence of the album that defines what it is. We were talking about one recently. I think it was Good Kid. I think it was Art of Peer Pressure down to something, and even Enter the Wu-Tang as well. There's that sequence at one certain point that's just absolutely unreal.
Oh,
just
I know what you
phenomenal,
mean.
just phenomenal.
I think Sam was talking about the sort of triple threat of Devil in a New Dress, Runaway, and Head of a Life
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
while ago.
Oh, jeez Louise, man.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's something we haven't got on here yet.
Oh, man.
But there's certain parts of albums, yeah, like certain pockets that make the whole album worth it, whether or not the album's good, bad, or whatever. But 3 song runs that go nicely together. Gex
Oh,
did it well as
jeez,
well.
man.
And his on
Gets
his last
did
album.
it.
Oh, Gets did
Amazing.
it big time.
I was listening to that earlier. It was happening again.
That
I was
3-song
getting
pocket.
so gassed.
What song were these neeks?
Oh,
Mozambique. Shoot off Mozambique.
That
is the
song is
definition
such a
of
journey.
of a man in his prime,
Literally.
absolute prime.
We haven't really spoken about albums that are just like hits, like Thriller, for example, where every single song, it's not
Oh
even
my
trying to do
goodness.
anything other than just non-stop hits after hits. Like you could just put on radio every single one.
Back in the day, though, I
every
feel like
so-
that was
yeah.
the mood. Like, make the whole thing a banger. Everything
Yeah.
bangs.
Because everything on Thriller could be a number 1 single. It's actually mad. Every single song on that album is it's just ridiculous.
It's relentless in a very, very
Yeah.
good way.
Do you know what's mad as well? Everybody knows every song on Thriller, apart from The Lady in My Life, but everyone knows like 8 out of 9 songs on this album. Wanna Be Starting Something, Baby Be Mine, The Girl Is Mine, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT. How is that even possible?
That's mad. That is mad.
Lady in My Life's a sleeper though. That is an
No,
incredible song.
I was just about to say when you cussed out The Lady of Mine, man, that song is I
is-
love that song.
the
That
LL Cool
song
J
is the
version as
number-
well.
that song is amazing. Love that song.
Yeah, but I know what Sam means though. It's like it's not a universal. Like not everyone knows.
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
song.
hear that. No,
Yeah,
well,
whereas everyone knows Beat It, everyone knows Billie Jean.
I know
Yeah.
because you are right, because it's like a drop down below those other songs that you mentioned. When I actually truly think about it, it's not on the same level as the others. Definitely
I
not.
feel like Sam, you didn't mean that though, did you? You just meant like popularity, right?
I feel like
Yeah, I thought you just meant popularity.
everybody knows those songs. Like if you know Michael Jackson, you know all of Thriller, essentially. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Obviously, if you don't know who Michael Jackson is, then you don't know anything. But if you know about who Michael Jackson is and whatever, you know the whole of Thriller for some reason. And you also might know Off the Wall if you're really like about that life.
Off the Wall, man. That album, no, see that's
Yeah,
my
I was just
favorite
about to
Michael
ask you.
Jackson
Like,
album.
yeah, that's my favorite too.
That's my favorite, 100%. Like I know Thriller is amazing, but Off the Wall is my favorite Michael Jackson album, big time. That album's amazing to me as well.
The problem is now the constraints of the previous generations of artists was you could only fit so much music onto a record. That's why it was always like 10 songs max. I think the max amount of time a record could take, like an actual physical record, was about 45 minutes or something like that. And after that, you run out of space, or you have to compromise on other shit. But it's like now where there's no limits, people don't know how to. Well, not even how to select songs, but you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's leading to less and less. No offense, to anybody.
We've got the
releasing
conditioning though. Like that's our expectation to have that 10-track album because we've had it for so long.
Yeah.
That's what we expect.
But
now,
I'm saying
right?
about wall to wall bangers though. I don't feel like that happens very often anymore. Where it's like wall to wall. Do you know what I mean? The whole album's even make you want to jump out of your seat or cry forever. Like it's not happening anymore.
If your reading this came close to that, to be honest.
That song made me want to throw my car out of the train. Not my car out of the train. See, you can't even speak sense. That song was
Sam, I think once we were driving back from uni or something,
Yeah.
and like you played that album on 100 volume in the car. I was like, I think that broke my eardrums.
That album was sick. That
was
album made me
hilarious.
want to throw my phone out of the train. I was like, I was disgusted.
that was too much.
I'm telling you, that album is wild. But nowadays, it's just not happening anymore. Like, I feel like it's not even a sequencing issue. I think it's actually just a quality standpoint of people. Do you know what? We will never hear the first 3 years of Michael Jackson's singing career because obviously he was a child and all that kind of stuff. But he was just practicing, building up. We're hearing people's stuff from the first year of them being an artist, one good song, then they get signed to a label, push out an album. So they've only really been doing music for like 2-3 years, but they'll say, "Oh, I've been rapping since I was a kid." But do you know what I mean? Being a professional musician, it's like you start and instantly everyone's hearing your stuff. Or
Yeah. It used to take more.
Yeah.
well, you start, everybody's hearing your stuff, or you start and you can instantly put shit out. Like speaking to some artists nowadays, they delete songs off streaming. It's like, why would you do that? You worked so hard to make
That
it.
is annoying.
Then you chose to
Yeah,
put it
that's
out.
ridiculous.
Why are you deleting it off streaming?
No, that's mad. That makes no sense.
It's too much.
Can't
I think
change
nowadays it's too easy to be like chopping and changing things, editing this and editing that. It's like people aren't setting a standard for themselves. They're just setting a standard of this is okay. They're not setting like a high level of like this is outstanding work. This should come out together.
That's like Kendrick though. He won't release anything unless it's like 10 out of 10 top notch stuff.
See what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's why his stuff stands the test of time. But it's
Same with Frank too.
I'm about to say Frank Ocean. I don't
Yeah.
even know if we're ever
Well,
going to get
exactly.
another
That's
another
why
album.
it takes ages.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to Frank's next project.
Why's that?
You can't. I don't think you can go 3 for 3. I just feel like it's not going to happen. I feel like he's one and done. Like or
What, you
But
mean
that's
as a-
why
as an
he saved himself with that singles run that's got about like 10 songs. I think he like skipped that period of like having a crap album essentially.
Yeah, but I didn't like all the songs that came out then. I didn't like DHL at all.
I didn't either, but
liked
that's what I
Chanel.
mean. He wasted it. He used up that period. Now he's got the juice again.
Maybe. I don't know. The thing is with Frank Ocean, you literally don't hear anything about him until the album comes out. And even then you don't hear anything about him once it comes out. It's just the album comes, it goes.
It's quite a weird experience.
It is. It's very surreal. And it's very exciting, but it's only happened twice. And the first time was exciting because we just come off the back of all the mixtapes. And those were amazing. But
Oh yeah, big time.
yeah. I don't know. What do we think about like the rollout of things?
Well, yeah, that's what I was interested to find out is whether we personally prefer, and we don't see it as much now, a sort of long-winded series of singles and then the drop. Like back in the day, like sort of
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago, you get 3 or 4 singles. It would happen over like a 2 or 3 month period, and then you get the album. Is anyone hearing some weird noise?
Yeah. What the hell is that noise?
What was
There might
that?
have been a motorbike outside my window.
It sounded like a cat and hella stuff.
Yeah, that was.
It was weird,
wild.
wasn't it? I don't know what that was.
Wild.
Fuck out of that.
What the hell? What
That was
that?
strange, man.
I was
That
Sean was
odd,
talking,
man.
and all of a sudden I was like,
You guys are making me think I've got a ghost in this flat. Just chill for a sec.
"What was
Yo,
that though?"
I don't know.
That was
paranormal.
mad because I was just standing
Paranormal.
still thinking, is anyone else
The
hearing
shadow's
this?
looking a bit creepy, you know? Like, anyone else seen that shadow?
What was I saying?
Fuck
What
no.
was I saying?
Talking about
Oh,
the rollout
yeah.
of things.
So back in the day, you would get quite a prolonged period, singles, like 2 or 3, maybe even 4, and then the album would drop, and you might get 1 or 2 after that, or you'll get a couple singles, album drops, couple more. But then Beyonce kind of shook things up with the whole surprise drop. Drake did it, Beyonce kind of did it again, blah, blah, blah. Whereas now I feel like there's it's almost like there's a 2 week window where someone will drop a single and a video and go like, album drops in 2 weeks, and that's it. And then we'll get like singles and videos after that. But what do we prefer? What do we kind of miss the longer rollout? Do we like the surprise drop?
I like being on my toes for sure.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say this.
definitely.
I'm gonna say this honestly. I rarely listen to singles if I think an artist is about to drop an album. Like rarely, especially if it's a big one. Not interested, because it's gonna be on the album, right? So I'm just gonna wait for the album, and it's the same thing about where I don't listen to leaks and all that kind of stuff. But like a long drawn out drop thing where it's a single in November, a single in March, album drops in June. I'm just waiting for the album to drop in June, man, because
Yeah,
it
see,
doesn't build anything for me.
Yeah, I've never liked it. I just want the album. I just want to sit and listen to the album. I like singles. I mean, if it's going to be a single in 2 weeks, I don't mind that. But the long, drawn out stuff, I'm not feeling that. The surprise album's great. Like when J. Cole did 2014 Forest Hills Drives, I mean, I loved it, even though that album was growth for me. But I just rather wait for the album. I just rather listen to the album top to bottom. I'm not here for this long, drawn out rollout. It's just not my vibe.
It depends on the artist for me. So like, for instance, Little Sims at the minute, I've listened to both the singles a couple of times. I've watched the videos, but I'm kind of not going back to them because I want to hear them in the context of the album, because I've got my expectation for the album is so high
Yeah.
that I just want to wait for that body of work.
That's
Whereas-
the thing. It can be damaging to you because you think, oh, I put out my best songs or the big songs first. Why aren't they getting played? And it's because like if your fans are like music lovers, yeah, rather than just fans of you, they're gonna want to hear it in context of the project rather than just play those songs over and over. Because then otherwise,
That's very true.
in the sequence of an album, when that song comes on, you might just skip it and miss like they might have changed the outro, or the outro of that song might flow nicely into, and you've ruined it for yourself.
Yeah.
But it
The
does
Little
help with
Sims-
digestion, though. I think like when an album comes out and I see, oh, these are the two popular tracks, it will grab my attention and I'll be expecting something to happen, and I'll be more receptive when it does happen.
True.
Little Sims is quite an anomaly at the minute though, because I feel like she did it with Grey Area as well, where she released a single really far in advance for that, I think, and there was definitely at least 3 or 4 before Grey Area, and then with this one, she dropped the first single. What was it? April, maybe beginning of May, and the album's not due till September. You don't see
It's
that
a bit slow
much nowadays.
I don't know. She's expecting us to be patient, I guess, because of like the COVID mindset, and
Yeah,
it is kind of working. But I don't know as well. I want
she's-
it now.
Maybe
she's
though.
teasing another song as well at the
I was about
minute.
to say, maybe she's got like a lot of videos filmed prior to the album. Like, let's assume the album's done.
One a month or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see what I mean? Maybe the album's done and she's
le-
got enough content
yeah.
to not leak out, but like eke out over the next few months.
That's what I was going to say. As long as you keep the audience engaged, you don't want a single in March. You don't hear anything till about like September, October. Otherwise, people aren't going to want to play it because they want to listen to the album. If you keep like sort of slowly releasing, I don't know, not all your content, but some content to keep everybody engaged, then it works.
I feel like this project
Yeah.
as well might come out with a kind of like a short film around it, because the production value on the videos is a bit higher and a bit more storytelling ish than normal for most people. Or she could just be doing that. I don't know, but it feels like this is meant to be a big moment.
One thing I
I've
feel
heard
though with the
people's-
first single,
Oh,
is
sorry.
it called Introvert? No, is it is that the first single? Is that what it's called?
No,
Introvert.
Yeah, introvert.
It feels so grand and dramatic that I hope that this gap doesn't like dilute that feeling. I feel like that would have worked a lot better if it came out like a week before the album, or
I
even
don't
a
know if
couple
she
weeks.
should have released that, to be honest.
Yeah.
It doesn't really
Whereas-
make sense as the lead single.
Whereas Woman has got like a, I don't know, it's that you can hear that playing in different settings. It's got like quite a smooth, soulful vibe. I could see it playing at a barbecue or like, a party or something like that. It works to like kind of release that at the beginning of the summer and let it have that run. But yeah, the first single for me is like, I hope it doesn't lose its power by the time we get to the album. Yeah. But I guess
I've heard
I'm
some
a fan
people
of...
say though. What's that?
No, go, Kim, go on.
I've heard some people say like there's a 6-month window. Like industry people say that. So when you release a song, like you have 6 months to eke out that kind of vibe people are on, your space in the market and stuff like that. So Little Sims has basically dropped it around the 6-month window of her project coming out in September. I think it was like 6 months roughly. So I don't know how much truth there is in that, but it feels right. I feel like see that you don't really think about a project for more than 6 months.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say she's kind of taken herself away from the generic types of promotion she could do for this album. She can't do a freestyle or an interview or anything to kind of build this up. But that performance she did the other day, that was pretty interesting and cool and cute. But it's like realistically, she wants to tour with that type of vibe, and it's not going to be able to happen. Maybe that's why, like what Kieran said with the COVID thing, maybe that's why it's delayed till September, because even we've booked to see her, you know, shout out to listeners, but you don't know this, but yeah, catch us at Lil Sims concert in December. Yeah, that's probably why the album's coming out so late. Because if she drops it now, I'm sorry, Kieran, but your 6-month window sounds a bit mad to me, because I wouldn't be trying to go see her live if the album dropped now. I'd be like, okay, this is cool. I'd want to see someone else by that time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, but are you into her like that? Like,
no, but I feel like watching this album live is going to be interesting.
Oh, I think it's going to be amazing.
Like, I won't be there singing it word for word. I won't lie, but I'm sure I'm going to have a good time there. Do you know? Like, that's the thing with seeing someone live. You don't want to commit to seeing someone live and it's shit. Like, it's not into.
Let me down.
You want to know that you're going to have a good time, or the music's going to be good, or there'll be a band. Like, that's what you're expecting with a live show. And yeah, she's not going to let us down.
I guess this is more specific to rap. What do we feel about freestyles and interviews, like, you know, whether it be on radio or with publications and whatnot? Do they add anything to an album?
There used to be a must.
Cole's one. Cole's one
freestyles too.
I think it can add.
It used to be a must, and now it's not.
Freestyles done. Yeah.
Freestyles used to go do your Funk Flex or go do your Big Boys Neighborhood or whatever you would do. You'd go do that. You'd go do your fire in the booth and whatever. Now I feel like it's just a bit. It's like it's not necessary.
It's like do your colors on YouTube.
Hey, colors bangs though.
Colors is hard, man.
Colors bangs.
So sick.
But it's not the same now in the rap culture, where people are like going to make an album and they'll go do a freestyle where some of the bars might be from the album type thing, but it's new content. It's like them getting you gassed for no reason. And J. Cole did it recently, so maybe he might bring it back. But certain other people, you know, the Toronto man, they're not ever doing that. They're not ever building up a hype that way. Drake's hype is that he's gonna drop an album. That's it. There's no build up ever.
There's some artists that wouldn't do that though, unless it's for like a publicity stunt, because they're in their own zone in the recording booths and things like that. Like, I can't imagine Igor being performed on a interview show. On a stage, yeah, and in a booth, yeah, but I can't imagine it anywhere else.
Wait, he did do a freestyle around that time. Do you remember when he was like talking?
No,
he was like doing the mad explicit. You haven't seen this?
Oh,
like
with Funk Flex,
gay bars
that's
made
mad.
It really uncomfortable.
That is mad.
So funny, man.
That is
hilarious.
That freestyle is.
Wait, can we watch that?
Okay, that freestyle.
Kieran, Theo, have you seen it?
No, I've not seen
sure
it.
I have.
You
It will
must
make you
have.
howl. It's so funny.
I've definitely not seen it.
No,
I forgot about it though.
Why is Sky telling me that YouTube's blocked? Okay, there we go.
This might be funnier than My Name Is My Name and all that. When he was on Sway.
This is the best
Well
freestyle
done.
ever done. I'm telling you, 100%. This is the best freestyle ever done. I'm dead serious.
Good on. It's not a freestyle. We're going to play a beat and some bars. He's gonna possibly rhyme if he feels like rhyme. Is that a good way to put it? What would he listen to? It is, right? And I fucking fell for it. I fucking fell for it.
Okay.
So now you're. Oh,
Such a
you
troll.
don't even. Now you ready?
Yeah, I'm giving y'all 9 bars. Y'all just got a 3-hour interview. I'm cute as shit. We just let the world know you are a geek, goop, nerd, fuck.
Goop. He said goop. Goop. Oh my God, he said goop. All right, ready? Okay. DJ Juanito's on the set. We're gonna throw this on and get a feel. Let's do it. Weird. Acting like I didn't hear this beat before.
Hey, it's Tyler, Wolf Haley, Gap Tooth T, Bucket Hat T, Lemon Head Enzo, Lil Bunny Hop, Ace the Creator, Thurnis Haley, Cybex, Beef Loaf, Free Rakim, that's my guy. Ayo, Free Rakim, I might fly to Sweden to free him. Okay, I'm freestyle. I said, Free Rakim, I might fly to Sweden to free him. Braid my wig, ASAP tat on my ribs, switch with him. Then I can fuck all the sweetened men that I wanna. Actually, I'm gonna heat it up real quick, motherfucker, I'm LeBron. Listen, Flex, we just met, but I know it don't seem like R. Kelly wet dreams. I always keep 16s, nigga. Me and Flex looking in the index for buff net niggas just for some hot butt sex.
What made you go with that verse?
I don't.
What made you go with that verse?
I got a little cousin. When I die, he'll probably take my estate. I always tell him being self and always strive to be great. No. My mama a dealer, her son crack, nigga. What's that, nigga? Facts, nigga. Why when they mention black businesses, they never mention me, dog? I don't know, please see me. Cause if they talking M's, golf did 17 and 18, motherfucker. And that's just one season, Stocks that I own. How much stocks do I own? All of it, the whole bird. That's my broth in the bowl, nigga.
It's weirdly hard though.
Give me a topic, Flex.
Yeah, he's flexing as well.
Yeah, so.
Vroom, vroom, zoom, zoom. Sweeping niggas inching like a broom, broom. Yeah, man, you know what it is. Don't even look at my engine, bitch. You can't afford this. That's that motherfucking McLaren. It's 500 made. Got the fucking window tinted cause I needed the shade. And that E30 Beamer that you ain't seen since you was a teener back in 91 when they was doing EMP&D at the arena. Macarena, Hana, Jana, Shada, Raider, Ada. I'm back from LA with Mexicans, they love the Raiders, but I don't watch football. I just watch the Cook ball with them fucking 8 balls, selling it inside the hall of the high school. I was not cool. Niggas thought that I was weird and shit. They kept their space, but it's cool, cause now I got they amazing grace, nigga. How many M's? It don't matter how much I make. Just know what it is when you see face, the gap tooth nigga, the big ears, and them shoes you ain't seen yet. And yes, if you like them, nigga, I did design it, nigga. How many figures Converse gimmies for that? Well, I don't know, but out in Bel Air, I just copped a new flat and the flat top on the top of the hat, the one with the G. The store did a couple M's this week. Stop talking to me, dog. Niggas playing around. This is right off the top. This is right off the cock. Me and Flex gonna go round the block.
He always slips something that's a little aggressive, right? A little aggressive. You always get something that's a little aggressive. Where it makes your ear and your eyebrows go up.
Okay. Listen. They bringing up my past. I don't hide it. Gobbling out now, bitch, buy it. Looking for them tweets, bitch, find it. The cancel couch is fake and I recline it. Man, I just don't know. Niggas try to come for me, dog. They confidence low, dog. What's going on? I don't got much else to say, so I'ma end this shit. Cause I got a little date with this dude real quick. We gon' go probably get some ice cream and do. Oh, wait a minute. He just got off his damn last shift. And he said that his mama can't do the dishes. So he gotta go help her. So I'ma go and weep and go look for someone on Yelp. But that's not a dating gap. So what you use? Tinder? Grindr? Get with all your niggas and get right behind them. What you gon' do me like your DM and slide them? Flexing emoji.
No, there's no emoji. I ain't sending emoji. Wait a minute.
Now Flex, why are you lying? Why you trying to play me like Change and 50 Cent when he was dying trying just to get it? I spit it, I read it, hit it, and did it. You hit it, zit it, I kiss it, nigga. Scooby-Doo, Ooby the Looby. Me and Flex was cuddled up watching Scooby-Doo, eating Scooby snacks. He said he wanted my boobies. I said I don't got him. He said whatever. And nigga, I rock him. We soccer block him. I can rock him. Taka dock him. He don't eat pork. I thought this nigga was a salam alaikum. Y'all niggas crazy when he called me. I was at the lake, bruh.
Be clear.
In Tahoe, I know, nigga, that's how I go. Igor, niggas worshiping Igor. Niggas be worshiping, they fucking hands is kissing and they knees sore. Free Rakim, and I'm screaming that until they free him.
Be clear.
Be clear, whatever I gotta do, I go get the cheddar, and I don't even like pizza, but whatever, more the better, nigga. My ex bitch is wetter, nigga. Nah, she dry as fuck. She like the canyon. My niggas in Laurel Canyon. All these white kids, they got the fandom. Think that I'm funny because I'm random. We could be together like a tandem. Man, it's weird as fuck. I keep flirting with Flex and he ain't trying to fuck. Now I'm confused, I'ma leave. I just think that he hate me. I thought I came here so he date me. He talking about a freestyle. Nigga, fuck rap. Fuck that. I was trying to take him back and take off that hat. And we could be like wah, wah, wah on the lips. But that's weird as fuck, man.
Pause!
I'm talking about dick.
Pause!
Pause, nigga. Pause. Leave, you gonna give me your info so I call. Say link when you back in New York. I'm trying to give away a bike. Maybe we should get some dinner at night, nigga.
Charles, Mr. Charles.
Fucking lying.
Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, we there.
Look, man, say less. It's your boy T-Man. All my niggas vegan. No, that's fucking weird, though. They be eating meat, though. But I don't mean it in the pause way. I mean no homo. Glitter on my nails, glitter on my neck. Niggas bitter as hell, they shit don't sell. I'm doing so well, man, they really hate to see me win. Especially cause the gap tooth and I'm dark skinned, but my shit clearer than that ball from Space Jam. I'm that man. See them diamonds on my hand, why am I talking material shit? I don't even care, but I'm just freestyling this bitch, man. Niggas ain't mad, they look. Y'all crooks, me and Jay was just talking about books. I'ma probably build a building in the next 2 years. You wanna come? Nah, Flex, you wanna come?
You baited me for it, right? You baited me for it. I didn't see that when he called me off guard. You got me.
That set my hay fever off again.
Fuck. Yeah, my
eyes are fucked.
hurting.
That is a wild freestyle, though. That is probably one of the most explicit freestyles in the world, and it definitely had a meme moment where he said, you know, about him and Flex want to link for buff neck niggas just to have hot butts or whatever he said. But the flows were hard. The actual the content,
the flows were amazing. No, the flows were.
The content was out of this world, mad. Yeah, but like the actual, the flows was.
It was weirdly smart as well.
The whole thing was smart.
So clever.
The whole thing was a freestyle. You can tell by the outrage that it was, and then, you know, the fact he was reacting to what Flex was doing. That freestyle was just dumb, absolutely dumb.
When he's like, Flex, you want to come?
Yeah, exactly.
That was that rude. Flex was not ready for
Protect that man at all costs.
Yeah, you can't trust Tyler the Creator to give. Sometimes he'll give you a good interview. Other times he'll do shit like that. Like he did that on what's the other one in New York? The big one.
Sway.
No, the other one.
Hot 97.
Yeah, have you seen that?
I remember when he went on with Vince.
Yeah.
And Vince Staples started talking about how every single thing in LA is linked to Ray J or something like that, and he just started reeling off all these things connected to Ray J. It's weird, but it's funny.
No, the one, right? So, this is the last thing we're gonna watch. Then we're gonna continue the conversation. But this one's funny as well, because Tyler's not serious. You could.
It's really Hot 97. When Vince Staples shows up, he raps.
Vince Staples goes hard, and then Tyler comes in and starts saying a whole bunch of.
Oh yeah,
no.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Why are they together? So what a random duo.
Yeah.
You ready, Vincent?
Yeah, man.
Vince used
Here
to
we
hang
go.
with
Vince Staples, really Hot 97. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Just a second bar. I can't count them like that, so I gotta figure it out. All right, here we go. Yeah. Ain't no mirrors on the wall, just a text from all the hoods trying to show you who we are. Hoping that we understood. Never seen no shooting star, but I done shot from out a car. And the question with my thoughts, is he dead or is he good? Questions floating over tattooed heads. Cloud of judgment, death is plunging in this small field there. I watch my feet cause I ain't trying to kick the bucket while I walk across the creek. Cross my heart, but never hope to die in case they plot on me. Any young who got a gun feel like he won a lottery. They feeling death with no regrets. It got me sorry for my seed. Hope he grow to be a leader, cause that's been a dying breed. Hope his father and his mama still alive to help him see. See my name on my key and niggas die within a week, so I be ignorant to think that he can keep me out the streets. If he choose to let him be, gotta make it on his own. But if he
You can't do that.
Alright, hold on.
You can do whatever you want.
I got too many verses, I'll be forgetting.
Vince Staples, ladies and gentlemen, freshman 10, in case you're wondering. He's a freshman this year.
Alright.
Young Vincent, Long Beach.
Alright. Yeah. Prayer couldn't save me from my sinning. Once I see my granny gun, I knew I had to give me one. See them dirty money rolls and wonder where she got them from. April of 2004, remember when the dark begun. When I followed Granddaddy Candy, try to make a run. Jerry caught a bullet in his mouth before the Pistons won. Seen it in 2001 in my Aunt Nina car. 13's breathing. Something in the nigga, man, I knew I had to be a part. Something in the nigga, man, I knew I had to be a part. Something in the nigga, man, I knew I had to be a part. Something in the nigga, I knew I had to be a part. Fuck.
You know what I'm gonna do instead?
What?
I just want Tyler to do a freestyle to No Time by Lil' Kim. Don't you think that, Ebro? Don't you think that's what he should do? Yo, spit a freestyle.
See,
on
Rosenberg
Oh,
set him up for stupidness, though. This is the point. Look how he's smiling, yeah. You know he's ready to do something dumb.
Real ones. Here we go. This is gonna be hilarious. No matter what happens, the result is good.
Can I just freestyle? Like, I don't be
just-
having verses on.
Nah, just freestyle. Just drop bars. Just rap. Like,
Y'all don't understand when you be asking niggas to rap, bro. Like, dang.
I know.
I just made a 20-song album.
I know. There's not many bars left. Here we go.
Yo. In the studio right now with Ebro, my nigga Rosenberg right here, and he know that me and Vince go way back, just like LeBron headline against somebody. Shit, I don't know. I don't really watch basketball, but I play with a couple balls. Me and Vincent having threesomes, rolling up the weed crumbs. Niggas know that I'm dumb. Niggas know that he's stupid, and you know I stay there because the stoop kid never leave the stoop. Cop the new coupe, about to cop McLaren after tall with no damn roof, and I be playing guitar. Nigga, I'm damn star. Can't even walk down the street without damn cars with security following, and bad bitches swallowing, and niggas can't see the fucking ice cause it's hollowed in. And shout out Ben Ball, a nigga making checks. Can't think of nothing what's next, but fuck it. Niggas know that I'm going hard. I'm getting rod, fat Eminem and the dark nigga from Homicide and Sandra Bullet in the cut and shit. What the fuck? My nigga Lionel Buff is fucking any bitches in here with big old butts. Nah, this shit is whack. White girl got the flat one. I got the black one. Something got me a stack of money inside the pocket. Nigga can't hold a wallet, but no, I go hard. No, my wallet go yard with the golf on it. Yeah, nigga, I made bread. I don't even rap about rape no more. That shit is dead now. I'm fucking bitches and copping shit that's too damn expensive. And everybody just hate the new shit. They never listen cause I'm not sad. Don't cry about my dad. But shit, I don't know. Getting ass shots after tour. I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
Oh, God. Tyler, the creator, and Vince Staples.
See what I mean? He's just dumb. Like, he just does dumbness for no reason. Like, but to
the way
answer,
Vince goes, no.
The freestyles can build hype for an album. 100% they can. But in Tyler's case, they're just, I don't know, they're just moments for him to just be stupid. Absolutely.
Do you know what Tyler reminds me of?
Wasn't it?
Tyler reminds me of Eminem, like with the outrageous sort of stuff that he used to do early on, but he's like taking it to a new level with these freestyles, especially the one with Flex.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that you can tell they're actual freestyles because the things he's saying is just ridiculous. He said, I'm going to get our shots after tour. Like, why? Sorry, it's random and it's funny. But in general, I feel like the art of freestyling to build up hype for your album is definitely, it's slowing down, but it might pick up again. Yeah, who am I to call this?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, you don't see him as much, and I think that's why the Cole one stood out so much, because it's been a while since a rapper around his kind of level has done that. You know, days before the album, it just made the sort of those 2 or 3 days, the anticipation just went right up for me.
Well, it's just going to push people to listen to it, because it's like you're not going to be able to listen to this on streaming. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to go listen to this freestyle, and it but exactly like it's intended to do, it builds hype.
Yeah.
But I feel like most people definitely now are geared towards live shows. Like that's all they care about you doing and engaging in. The album is secondary to the live show for some reason, because some people only come to the show to hear a couple big songs at the end, which is odd.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you is whether the live show enhances an album and comes part and makes it greater. Because I mean, I've had a couple of experiences where I've seen a band live or I've seen an artist live, and I definitely appreciate the album a lot more.
Yeah, I had that with
It
Sampha.
cements it in history, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Like Run the Jewels 2 with me and Sean. That cemented that as one of the most incredible albums I could ever see live, basically.
It depends if
I
they
had the
bring you
image
into
of
the
them two
world.
on stage, like back to back, arms folded, imprinted in my brain. They just came out like that, and we're like, "Whoa!"
You lived the album
Run
experience.
DMC or something.
That's the thing. Depending on how well choreographed the artist is, or whatever moments they try to have happen in that live show, can make that a really interesting performance to see. Because when we saw J. Cole, however many years ago, there was no production value, nothing. It was just a DJ and him and the mic. But with Watch the Throne now, that live show is a madness. Do you know, like the lasers, fire, everything coming out the ground? It's insane. Obviously, listeners, you're gonna, just not to spoil the content calendar, but you guys are gonna hear about our live show experiences eventually. But live shows,
some albums are about live shows. Travis Scott's ones as well. When he just
Always.
makes like a ride
That would be an experience.
What the hell?
most definitely. And that's the thing. Like I said, albums are geared towards live shows now, or most are albums that are albums like Astroworld is.
Well, Kendrick, he didn't drop his album because of that.
But
he wanted to perform it at Glastonbury.
I wonder what that experience is going to be like, though. Do you know what I mean? I wonder what that album will be like, because there's only so many vibes you can bring to a live show, and I feel like his is going to be an upbeat type of like mosh pitty vibe.
I mean, Theo, you can vouch as well. The Damn Tour definitely made the whole Kung Fu Kenny moniker thing make more sense. Because a lot of throughout the whole show, there were visuals behind of him in the character of Kung Fu Kenny with I don't know what you would call it, some sort of master, like training in the art. Well, obviously for him, it's the art of rap, but there was all these sequences that would happen between like sort of changes in set design or his costume and things like that. And it really made, like, now when you listen to Damn, I don't know about you, Phil, but I picture those videos that were on the screen at that show.
I always picture it. I always picture the live show because it was done so well. It was so well done. When we saw him live, it was just, it solidified Damn for me. So every time I listen to it, I just think of that live show and the Kung Fu Kenny character. It's just, it's fantastic.
And some artists are doing festivals now. I mean, obviously Tyler with his, was it Golf Wang Festival?
That is something I want to talk about quickly, because what they did to Drake is actually rude. Drake was performing songs that are like amazing, songs that he doesn't perform in his own concerts. And the fans were like, "It's not Frank Ocean, boo!" It's like, it's Drake. Drake and Frank Ocean are definitely not on the same level. Let's be honest now. Drake is like up here, and Frank Ocean is up there. But do you know what I mean? To see Drake for that ticket price, and he's performing like deep cuts from an album, them lot are rude, man. Them lot are rude. They have no respect. It could, you know what I mean? They could have brought Michael Jackson back in a hologram, and they still would have been like, "What the fuck is this? It's not Frank Ocean."
Yeah, that was a lot of entitlement there, wasn't it?
Bullshit,
Mad
man.
entitlement.
That shows what his fans are like, though.
Because he was going to play, or he was playing Feel No Ways.
Yep, he was doing big tunes.
Yeah,
but Drake handled that better than I thought he would. You know, man just got off stage. Man didn't do no rant. Man didn't do no bullshit. Night. He just was like, you know what? Fuck this. My checkers. You know what I mean? My checkers cleared. I'm out. But that's
the worst bit about that is when he says something like, "Do you want me to do one more song?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, have a good night." And walks off. It's like so deep.
That is so bad.
That shows you what the generation of artists is like, man. There's just
Drake's had enough wins in his life, so
that's still mad though. That's to me that when I saw that, I was like, "Are you guys all right?" Like whoever was in that crowd is mad, like actually crazy in their head. But let's jump in and jump out. Let's hop in and hop out. Oh my god, you guys beat me in. Oh my god. Should we try to get onto the last two sections so we can,
If we can
wrap this up? Yeah, no, we definitely can. We definitely
I'm not
can.
gonna lie, those freestyles have given me a flare up.
Eyes are fucked now. All right.
Jesus Christ. There was just one other quick one as well, is that Slow Tie has now got its own festival as well. And I wonder what that's going to be like in relation to the album as well. That would be interesting. But I'm not going to Northampton. Sorry, Slow Tie.
Why not, man? It's not that far. You can drive now as well, man. It's quick thing.
I wouldn't want to drive though if I was going to a festival.
I know why the board... No, that's not why the board wasn't working. Can you guys hear this?
No, I can't see anything.
What the fuck? Why is it doing this? Sorry, go on.
No worries. There were some other things to sort of discuss, I guess, when it comes to great albums. One of them is, do we think that chart success, sales and awards and things like that matter?
No, D'Angelo's
No, I
album
don't.
Black Messiah was incredible, but it's not that popular at all.
Very true.
Lots of Bjork albums, they don't have that close to 1 million sometimes, but they're incredible.
Very true.
I don't think it matters at all. I think it's general perception.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Doesn't need to be popular.
Yeah, did you enjoy what you listened to? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That I think
Awards
that's
don't matter either. They just bring the album to your attention if it hasn't been in your attention
Why
yet.
are you trying to take away Macklemore's fucking achievements, man?
It doesn't matter.
No,
just
it doesn't matter
promotion.
at all.
Macklemore's the best rapper alive.
I mean, like
It's trash.
It's true though that awards don't matter, because talking about like chart sales and like numbers, you only need to look at a Weeknd's album, and yet the Grammys just ignored him completely. Like, and
He's had enough promotion.
He did mad numbers on After Hours, and yet they just ignored him. So he's just
Nowadays,
For
it's
me.
not about get the radio playing, get the Grammy, da 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 da. It's like, are you making a living off this? Are you able to sell out your own tour? If so, well, yeah, everything else comes as a bonus. Because I feel like there's so many people out right now as well. There's how many very, very good rappers or very, very good artists in general competing for one genre of music. It's impossible. Literally impossible. How they pick that shortlist all the time is beyond me, because it's always wild. It's never what I would have picked. Nowhere near what I would have picked. And then how they pick the winner is beyond me as well.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of award shows. There's rarely an award ceremony out there that is an accurate reflection of what is the best music of that year. In my opinion, it's all politics. It's all promotion, as Kieran says.
The GRM Awards was pretty accurate though. The first one was.
Yeah, but that's more. I mean, it's more. What's the word? It's more niche. Like, it's not as broad as say a Grammys or a Brits or something like that, where it's just. And you get it with film and TV as well. People like who are on the voting system, they'll get sent like 80 films at once.
Yeah,
and they've got like a month or two to watch them. You're not going to be able to. Yeah. So, or less than that. But I don't think that happens as much now, because I don't know about music, but I know in that industry things are changing. But I know back in the day that it weren't good. It weren't good the way they did it. But you mentioned radio, and I feel like when we were younger, radio did matter. So, for instance, I think back to like when I was like 9-10 years old and 50 Cent like first went mainstream.
Yeah.
And Get Rich or Die Trying was out, and you had In the Club on the radio. You had If I Can't. You had 21 Questions, because you heard it all the time.
Yeah.
To me, it really felt like, oh, this album's huge.
Yeah.
And this was before I even thought of music as a passion or a hobby, or even thought about things like genres. It was just like 50 Cent is the biggest rapper in the world. This is the biggest album right now, because I heard it everywhere. Whereas nowadays, radio's a bit irrelevant, I guess.
I'll give you a prime example. Yeah. I'll give you a prime example. When I was about 10, I went to Florida, and on every radio station, you could switch between all the radio stations for a good while. And imagine this is America, all that was playing was Cassie, Me and You, like all day. All day. Like, switch through every radio station. And it was like, okay, I guess this is the best song out right now because everyone's playing it. But it's like nowadays, if I turn on the radio, I don't even know half that music. And to be honest, I don't think that music is anywhere near good or even really getting the same shine. I feel like it's...
The most popular music is not the greatest music right now.
No, exactly. It's wild to me, though, that what plays on the radio is playing on the radio, But people that make really good music want to be played on the radio, even though their album or their songs won't fit on, you know what I mean, on anywhere.
There are exceptions though. Kendrick and Frank. Oh wait, maybe not Frank.
And I remember
anymore,
Pyramids playing
but
on the
Kendrick
radio
for
once.
sure.
The whole
Yeah,
thing.
not
as well.
anymore though.
The
That's
whole
like
thing.
when Frank came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was radio.
Radio's tough
Kendrick
now,
though,
though.
like Dan was all over the
Yeah, it
radios
was all
with
over
like
the radio.
Loyalty and Love as well.
That's what I'm saying. I
yeah.
feel like it's different
Humble.
now. It's different now because like sometimes if an album was really good, the show host would be, I'm just playing the album for the whole album. Whole hour. My whole hour is going to be me playing this album. Now, no chance. Big song.
Nah.
That's it. Done. One song and done. Back to the regular A.
The new radio for me these days, or the impression that I get, is playlists. It's getting your song on a playlist. Because if you get your song on a big playlist on Spotify or Apple, whatever, because a lot of people don't listen to albums, they will just.
This is
you know,
one
they'll
thing
just
I
shuffle.
rate. So, you know, New Music Friday. Whenever I see the first 2 or 3 artists on the New Music Friday playlist, I'm like, okay, cool. So they're actually getting like the green light from Spotify. They're getting the promo at the moment. These are the big things to check out.
But now it's like for me, I rely on the algorithm to tell me what to listen to. So say I like a song on an album, like a new album. I just go to radio, and it will populate that radio station, like, you know, personalized Spotify radio station with like new music that I haven't heard, old songs that I like, and that's how I find a lot of new music now, or a lot of new artists. But
that's what I do as well. I think it's brilliant on Spotify. That's how I found a lot of different artists. Like you said, you go to the song, you go to the album radio, and that's it.
Or like my dailies. There's the daily playlist for me
Yeah.
is where I really, really do find a lot of like these newer people. But I don't listen to the radio. Like I don't see the point anymore.
And what about reviews? Because I feel like my opinion is, I mean, we've already discussed this before. I don't really read reviews anyway, but I don't check scores or anything like that until I've formed an opinion. So I'll listen to something a few times, and then if I feel like checking a review, I will. But I feel like the traditional review, so for example, from the likes of a Pitchfork or somewhere like that, has kind of been replaced by these YouTube channels, like reaction/review channels. I feel like people respect and take into consideration the opinion of, say, a Needle Drop or a Sean C or Dead End Hip Hop. There's loads of people out there than they do a Pitchfork. Might be wrong. What do you think?
I definitely agree with that. YouTube creators or reactors are definitely taking over in terms of reviews. I think in the past it was always like your Pitchforks, your Enemies, your I can't think of Kerrang. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the big names. Whereas YouTube,
it depends on the
creators
genre, though.
definitely take over.
This is the thing.
Yeah,
I think for like rock and alternative, Pitchfork's still relevant. Maybe not rock anymore, actually. But like hip hop for sure. Pitchfork, whatever they say on hip hop doesn't matter. We were looking at their hip hop albums, and they were given like the crappiest albums, like 8.6.
That's what I'm saying. There's no reliable source for hip hop reviews, and it's not like, oh, hip hop is all subjective and whatever. There's certain things that make albums good, and there's certain things that make albums bad, right? And that's kind of like the crux of this conversation. But the way they rate certain things in the mainstream, like rap wise, it's like, did we listen to the same thing? I don't think we did, you know? And
then I don't think they're authoritative voices on like hip hop genre.
They should get other rappers that are like retired or whatever out of commission to review new rap and all, because
exactly
certain people, certain rappers, certain old heads will be like, oh, I don't like the way he's singing on that and whatever, and other people that are more open-minded and whatever will be like, no, that guy's, you know what I mean? There's certain people that listen to newer people and can hear stuff differently.
Well, it's that Q-Tip quote from that song. What's the quote, Sean?
What?
Gatekeepers of Flow.
Gatekeepers of Flow. Yeah.
As soon as he said those names, it made you consider those careers and the albums that those artists had released. And it makes you acknowledge the greatness already, because it's like if someone like Q-Tip, who's clearly one of the rap greats, is saying like, these people are the next people to follow on from me. There's clearly a reason why he's saying that.
I agree. Yeah. So do you think like the opinion, so for instance, if Jay-Z drops a song tomorrow and he said, Lil Baby is number one. Obviously not in those words.
I would believe that.
If he did,
yeah.
So
I'd straight up believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think certain artists have more credence than a publication or radio station or anything like that.
To be fair though, Jay-Z did say "Da Baby," and I'm not sure about that. I can see how he's commercially successful, but
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Though. Like, is that even a thing that should be said? That Lil Baby and Da Baby and whatever. Like, you don't need to
Da
say
Baby.
things like that unless somebody is like doing something different. If they're just doing what everyone else is doing and doing it the best, just let it, let the numbers speak for themselves.
So I guess to kind of round all this up, like we've discussed like various different aspects, and there's some that are more important than others. But I feel like the one thing for me that stands out when it comes to something being a great album or one of the greatest is it has to stand the test of time. It cannot have its moment and then die out. It needs to go through the generations of music and not necessarily get better, but never become dated in a sense. But no great album, you go, oh yeah, it was really good then, not so much now.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
I don't know.
You're not wrong.
And I also think it
stand
has
the test
to.
of time.
This sounds really, really odd to say, but it has to be an album that anybody can appreciate, whether or not they like that genre or not. If that makes sense.
yeah.
So
Universe,
because the word we're
universal.
going for is great, not good. And I have 3 great albums, that I'd like to suggest to the listeners. Go listen to Subtract's first album. It's spelled SBTRKT. It's like a little thing with a guy with a mask. It's brown, yeah. Listen to that album, top to bottom, amazing. Tame Impala, Currents, amazing album. And then Good Kid, Mad City. Those 3 albums, doesn't matter what type of music you like, you're gonna like at least one song on those albums, if not the whole thing.
True.
See, I don't know though, because I'm trying to think of. So something that keeps bringing to mind is Danny Brown's album 30.
Yeah.
Right. That is not. If you're like new to rap and you stick on that, I think that would be hard to take in. But
That's
that,
because
to
of
me,
his
is a great
voice,
album.
though. That goes into what we were saying about what makes a great rapper, is uniqueness and all this kind of stuff. And that's one thing Danny Brown has going for him in abundance. Is the content's different, his voice is different, the beats were different back then, but it's still a great album. But yeah, I guess in contrast to what I said, then that does make sense. That it's not for everybody, but if you don't
I know what you mean.
If you don't like radio song, then you're a liar.
Yeah.
It's my number one hit my radio song.
No, but I know what you mean. I think the greatest of the top albums of all time all have that universal appeal.
I think it's not for every single person, but it does have to transcend the genre that it's in. So like a hip hop album that's loved by like rock heads and pop people, or like vice versa, a rock album like Linkin Park that everyone loves. Hybrid Theory, for example, is so incredible because who cannot love that?
Yeah, Kieran.
Yes, Kieran. Hybrid Theory. What a flipping album that is. R.I.P. Chester, man. Bloody hell, man. That album.
R.I.P. I saw them live in 2015. That's one of the ones I was going to talk about.
Oh man, but yeah, no, you definitely worded it better than I did, Kieran. That it has to transcend the genre, most definitely.
Yeah,
and to kind of.
I mean,
go on.
Sorry.
No,
I was gonna. This. Okay. No, this is a bit of a left one, but you could apply this to Nando's, man.
What?
Go on. No, go on. Say what you're saying, because I'm baffed. How could you
Speak
apply
your piece?
Yeah, how could you apply this to Nando's, man?
No, of course, because it's got to apply to everyone. It's like you've got a basic chicken there. That basic chicken that's just.
I want it to be straight gangster.
But it's true. It's true though. Like the album's got a standard. Let me get my straight, man. The album's got to stand the test of time, man. And you don't want no little beige salt and pepper chicken that's not doing anything, man. You want that peri. You want that peri sauce, man. And what does everybody want? It applies to everyone. Everyone wants a Nando's. A Nando's, man. Munch on that shit. Munch on that peri chicken, man. Stands the test of time. That's what a great album does. So you
edit the fuck out of that.
You could just keep going back to the restaurant.
Exactly. Still go back to the restaurant, and it applies to everyone, man. You can have your lemon and herb. You can have your medium. You can have your hot, man. You can.
He's not even drinking the gin this time. That's the part that's getting me. No quiche, no gin, nothing. This man is just coming in.
No quiche. Sam said no quiche.
no quiche, no gin, no wine, nothing. This man is just going off about Nando's. I cannot deal with this
I think
guy.
we need to cut there, Joey. Just
No quiche.
Man said everybody upgrade to the Nando's.
It's true though. Everybody loves the Nando's, man.
You love quiche,
and it stands the test of time, man. Who's not thinking, oh yeah, let's get a nice Nando's, man? But you don't want some little plain boring old chicken. You want a Nando's.
Listen, Kieran Shaw, who's your
Oh,
mate?
look.
Who's your mate? Because it's not my mate no more.
coming back to what we said about complexity, your little analogy there, I'm going to be thinking about that for years to come. There's going to be new interpretations. Every time I go Nando's, I'm going to be thinking, oh, fuck. Man.
What makes a great album?
Yeah.
Well, you think about it. Good Kid, Man City stands the test of time, man. It started off as a nice like base chicken, had a bit of seasoning on there, but as the test of time has gone on, you've added that peri peri sauce, man. It's gone from like a nice little lemon and herb, it's gone to a nice hot, and the flavors they're still nice, man. They're warming through. You listen to that album, stands the test of time. So you can apply the two together, man. Everybody loves chicken.
Shit.
Everybody loves chicken, man. So those people who are not understanding, just apply it to Nando's, man.
This guy
there we
is
go.
outrageous. Honestly, this
A
guy
variety of flavors.
Yeah, trust me.
Hey, this is Kieran and thanks for listening. Shout out to my Indian people, I see you. Don't leave without hitting the link in the podcast notes to join our Discord server, where the discourse of our episodes continues. We've got curated playlists and more for you to check out there. Namaskar.